Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. People in the world of gods, they actually say that the system Godhead is the weakest. Chapter 71. Although his conjecture has been verified by Potter. But Mo Yun knew that what he found was only a drop in the ocean. If Mo Yun's feeling is not wrong. Through the divinity of 3 flowers gathering at the top and 5 Chi Chaoyuan, he saw the connection between the first level divinity and the higher level divinity. It was a whole new world full of power. I'm afraid it means the real difference between man and God. If he can walk into it, he will definitely get an astonishing improvement. Just as Mo Yun was trying to understand more about the characteristics of 3 flowers gathering at the top and 5 Chi at the top through other means, family members came to him in a hurry. The family member was out of breath and was interrupted twice by himself. For a god man, it is rare to be out of breath, and one can imagine how nervous he is. 537. Mo. Brother Mo Yun. People from the Sam family have come. Is it coming so soon? Mo Yun remembered that it wasn't long before he asked Potter to declare war, and he didn't expect the people from the Sam family to rush over so quickly. However, this is not bad. At least I saved myself a lot of time. At this time, at the entrance of the valley where the Emin family closed the gate, members of the Sam family had arrived, and the leader was a 5-meter tall man who did not resemble human life at all. His skin is fiery red like magma, the surface of his body is burning with faint blue flames, and his huge body is covered with terrifying spikes. Accompanied by his steps, deep footprints were scalded on the ground one after another, and the flames never dissipated for a long time. At this time, from his terrifying mouth full of fangs like a lamprey, came out a terrifying voice. You idiot of House Amin. Your doom has come. What about your overbearing new patriarch Mo Yun? What's wrong? Don't you dare to come out. Who gave him the guts to declare war on our Sam family? With a loud roar, the entire valley seemed to tremble. At this time, the members of the Amin family guarding the mountain pass sentry all felt terrified, and some even began to regret not choosing to escape from the Amin family. But just when the family was about to lose their minds, Mo Yun appeared. The owner is here, Brother Mo Yun. Seeing the appearance of Mo Yun, the members of the Amin family felt as if they had been given a shot in the arm, and the fear in their hearts seemed to disappear suddenly. Mo Yun looked around at the sentry post. Almost everyone in the Amin family had already gathered here. Even Julie and Elsa came here as well. At this time, Julie came over and said to Mo Yun, the team is led by the 2 strongest gods in the Sam family, Alan and Mew. The person who spoke is Orm. His race is Hell Demon. He is so powerful that even Amin dare not take him lightly. Mo Yun looked at Julie's intellectual face with some strangeness, and thought, could it be that this noble and beautiful woman has been successfully subdued by him under the collaborative strengthening of these few days? Feeling Mo Yun's gaze, Julie blushed immediately, and glared at Mo Yun in embarrassment. Don't be too happy. All this is for the Amin family. I don't want the Amin family to be destroyed. Mo Yun smiled and said, of course, you mean a woman from Emin's family. Mo Yun continued calmly, leave the rest to the master. This sentence made Julie grit her teeth in hatred. She glared at Mo Yun angrily, then turned her head and continued to stare at the members of the Sam family. At the same time, the members of the Sam family also noticed the appearance of Mo Yun, whose standard black hair and black eyes are very easy to distinguish. Om's ugly face showed a terrible smile that made the child stop crying. He waved his hand, and an ugly, tall man came out. He shouted to the people at the sentry post, brothers, I am Bit, I have great power now. Brothers, join me in the mighty Sam family. After hearing the man's voice, the members of the Amin family were surprised. What, you turned out to be Bit? This voice, aren't you a little bit of a Bit? Bit is really the 3rd member of the original Amin family. But obviously, he has now betrayed. In Bit's body, the members of the Amin family can no longer feel the fetters of the family oath. But it's only natural. Mo Yun has a clear understanding of the nature of the god of the oath of the wilderness. This is a completely selfish god. As long as you give enough tribute, the dissolution of the vow relationship is nothing but a ritual. What's more, this god also sells more advanced and expensive breach of contract bonds, which can dissolve the oath relationship without performing rituals. Emin and Julie used the method of breaking the contract to break the promise and not to give up. At this moment, Bit continues to persuade members of the Amin family to surrender. Brothers, did you see? The me now is completely different from before. This is the benefit of joining the Sam family. Power. Powerful power. Bit stretched out his hand, and a strong flame ignited from his hand. The former Bit was just a new godman with only 8 years of divine power. But at this time, Bit's supernatural power has obviously exceeded 10 years, and the overall strength is several times that of before. Just when some members of the Emin family began to shake their hearts, a voice sounded like a pincer. Noisy. Mo Yun flew out from the sentry post, with his hand on the handle of the knife. No one saw his movements clearly. After gaining the divinity of 3 flowers gather at the top, 5 chi towards the origin, Yuan Yun felt that the knife in his hand had also changed. The gathering of 3 flowers in the past gave Mo Yun the ability to perfectly control his body. But now, after the evolution of Wukchi Chaoyuan, Mo Yun feels that he has the same ability to perfectly control the knife in his hand. At this moment, Mo Yun recalled the nourishment he had learned from Amon's Demon Ape Stick technique. Brother Amen, just make your behest. Help me to do everything and lead the Amen family to glory. Cut. This trick is nameless. Like a master of decisive swordsmanship, the knife that Mo Yun swung casually is the most magnificent and most subtle decisive swordsmanship. At this time, Bit, who was still clamoring to persuade him to surrender, suddenly froze as if the picture was frozen. A traitor, dare to put on airs in front of me. When Mo Yun's voice sounded, everyone in the Sam family was startled. Didn't see it. Didn't see it all. The Sam family who came to conquer the Emin family looked at each other in dismay. From the faces of their companions, they read the same thoughts that everyone had at this time. They didn't see how Mo Yun appeared at all. Only a few powerful gods and people felt that Sha Yun had made a move just now. But they didn't even see how Mo Yun appeared in front of them. How could they see the movement of Mo Yun's shot? At this moment, Bit looked at Mo Yun in horror. In a trance, he felt that something terrible had happened, but he didn't feel it. However, Bit suddenly felt that it was extremely difficult for his body to move. He tried to move his body. But then, a strong pain, a painful unforgettable, painful trembling, painful and desperate feeling of wanting to destroy himself, appeared in his body. Ah! There was a scream, only 27 out of 1 syllable. Afterwards, everyone saw that Bit's body twisted, his body was like a leaky balloon, and blood spewed out tiny blood sprays from all parts of his body, which was particularly shocking. What's even more frightening is that Bit, who was in extreme pain, couldn't even scream. Everyone could only watch him twist and move his body, trying his best but couldn't make any sound. In full view, a god citizen was actually tortured to death. But Mo Yun, on the other hand, was calm, with full contempt in his eyes. After the evolution, the 3 flowers jutting really did not let me down. Mo Yun feels that now he can perfectly control the calendar area in the knife. He just used such perfect control to destroy Bit's body in great detail, stimulating all of Bit's pain-sensing nerves, causing him to die in extreme pain. Such a skill, and it's completely different from his previous slashing that was only ingenious. How dare you face Aum Sama? The hell demon Orm let out a violent roar. In front of the Sam family, he killed the defector who had just entered. This is equivalent to slapping the Sam family in the face in front of everyone. Also includes the face of Orm, the self-proclaimed first god of the Sam family. I'm going to crush you. Bug. A scornful smile appeared on the corner of Mo Yun's mouth. That's right, the divine test obtained from Potter is far from enough for Mo Yun. And now, a new subject appeared. Mo Yun didn't bother to use a knife at all, but took a step forward, and bombarded Almu's fist burning with thick flames. In the face of the flames resisting the divinity, the flames on Ohm's fist were almost completely extinguished when they were about to touch Mo Yun. But there are enough Mo Yun's head big fists colliding with Mo Yun's small fists, such a scene is still very shocking. Boom! Mo Yun took a few steps back, and Aom laughed loudly. Just because of you, you are also my opponent. In fact, in the eyes of many people, Mo Yun who just took a few steps back is already amazing. It's hard for everyone to imagine how Mo Yun's body has the power to fight against Aum, who is 5 meters tall. But they didn't know that Mo Yun hadn't shown his real strength yet. He is just feeling the power changes brought about by the 3 flowers gathering at the top and the 5 chi rising to the top. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training, and has gained 33 times the strength. The emergence of the system upgrade naturally surprised Mo Yun. Especially this time the enhancement is as high as 33 times, which is twice the effect of almost 10 times the enhancement before. What's more, since the divinity of the mountain power was strengthened, his strength attribute has almost reached the bottleneck, and there has been no strength enhancement since then. However, Sha Yun also knew the emergence of this strength enhancement was also within his expectation. Because the way the entire power is used has changed. Everything has changed. Before, Mo Yun could feel his body, every muscle contained power. When he needed it, these powers would burst out and converge into one strand, releasing astonishing power. Now, the strength he uses doesn't just come from the muscles. It also comes from the elements absorbed by the body and integrated into one. Mo Yun can clearly perceive that the elements of power are cheering and jumping in his body, flowing like a river in his body. It made Mo Yun feel empowered and radically changed from before. In the words of Blue Mercury, an Oriental civilization, the power he has now is called gas. Mo Yun couldn't help laughing. Breathing and breathing method, it turns out that it is really practicing internal strength. It seems that there is no problem in calling qi as internal force. No, such a powerful force, called internal force, is too demeaning. It should be called Shanli, to be more appropriate. Feeling the flow of immortal power in his body, Mo Yun showed an expression of great enjoyment. If it wasn't for Ohm's roar, Mo Yun would really think that he was visiting his back garden again. Go to hell. Aum clasped his arms and punched Mo Yun heavily. Snapped. Mo Yun stretched out a hand and easily blocked Ohm's punch. All the members of Sam's family were dumbfounded. How could Mo Yun, who was punched back a few steps by Aum just now, suddenly become so powerful? Aum was probably the one who couldn't believe the scene in front of him the most. He tried his best to overwhelm Mo Yun. Kneel down for me. Ding. It is detected that the host has undergone special training and has gained 23 times the strength. Ding. It is detected that the host has undergone special training, and has obtained 9 times the endurance enhancement. Mo Yun noticed that, just like he was learning concealment from Potter, the subsequent enhancement multiplier gradually decreased. This seems to be more like the power of his immortal body, being discovered step by step. After a while, the system prompts to stagnate. Mo Yun glanced at Aum. Obviously, this big man doesn't seem to be able to bring him agility and perception enhancement. Is this not enough? What a waste. Kong has such a big body, why does he have so little strength? If I didn't see your ugly appearance, I would have thought someone's girl was punching me like a spoiled child. Mo Yun mercilessly laughed at Aum, and at the same time stepped back half a step. Zhongjung and Aum wrestled. At the same time, clenched the right fist and raised it. Let you see what real power is. Shanli, squirting from Mo Yun's body. They are perfectly integrated with the strength of the muscles in Mo Yun's body, forming an excellent chemical reaction. At this time, Mo Yun felt his strength directly doubled. This punch hit the hell demon Aum heavily, and Aum fell backwards as if hit by a meteorite. With a loud noise, a huge deep pit was cracked on the ground, and Ohm's whole body was embedded in it. Accompanied by the destroyed soil around, one can imagine how powerful the blow just now was. Everyone in the Sam family was speechless in surprise. They couldn't wait to rush into the Amen family, carve up all the assets in it, and then throw everyone in the Amen family into the demon abyss to become demons. But at this moment, Aum, the most powerful member of the family, was knocked down by Mo Yun. They looked at Mo Yun with incredible eyes. How can such a small body defeat the tall and burly hell demon Orm? Mo Yun let out a long breath. The feeling brought by Shanli is really wonderful. The hell demon Orm in front of him also showed another advantage of being so big. Even after taking such a fierce blow from Mo Yun, he can still make a full-fledged cry. Alan, do you want to keep watching? Alan. Mo Yun remembered that Julie said that Alan and Aum are the 2 strongest gods in the Sam family. If this is the case, then this Alan, I don't know if he will be as incompetent as Aum. Hell lava bomb. A sharp voice shouted, and an elemental cannon of pitch-black flames blasted towards Mo Yun. In fact, Mo Yun had already sensed this demon in the Amen family wearing a pitch-black cloak. At this time, Mo Yun stretched out his left hand and aimed at the hell lava bomb. Divinity. Fire resistance. Under the effect of divinity, the hell lava bomb seemed to have exhausted all its energy, and disappeared in front of Mo Yun's left hand in an instant. The members of Sam's family were astonished, and exclaimed, "How is this possible? Master Alan's hell lava bombs are completely useless. What ability did he use just now?" Mo Yun glanced over the fussing Sam's family, and finally stopped on Alan, who was old and dark-eyed. "It seems that you are Alan." Alan still looks like a mage, like a human on the outside, but Mo Yun knows that Alan is actually a demon. In addition to the original demons born in Hell and Abyss, demons have another way to expand their groups. They threw people of other races into the Abyss, and when these people came out of the Abyss, they would become demon races. Among them, human beings often turn into demons when they come out of the demon abyss. The disadvantages of becoming a devil are countless. For example, you have no way of knowing what your appearance will become, but it is most likely to be a hideous and terrifying demon. And the biggest price is to declare that you will always believe in the devil, and establish an extremely unequal contract with the demon god. It is equivalent to saying that you must be a loyal dog, but you may still be crushed to death by the demon god at any time. In contrast, the cost of changing the unknown appearance when becoming a demon is not worth mentioning at all. For the gods and people who have obtained the Godhead, if they are not at the end of the mountain, no one would be willing to degenerate into a demon. Of course, demonization is of course beneficial. The biggest advantage is that you can get the power directly bestowed by the demon god. At this time, the demon Alan stretched out his hand and murmured, "Supreme Demon God, please turn the power you bestowed on me into monstrous fireworks, and completely burn the enemies in front of me to ashes." The last flame of hell. Ding. It is detected that the host has undergone special training and has obtained 35 times the fire resistance enhancement. Ding. It is detected that the host has undergone special training, and has obtained 27 times the fire resistance enhancement. OJ. Congratulations to the host, the primary divinity. Fire resistance is advanced to the primary divinity, flame immunity. Oh. Facing the flames of the end of hell falling from the sky, Mo Yun used the original sea wizard to avoid it. These hell end flames are indeed impressive, and they actually made Mo Yun feel the pain of being burned, but what followed was the rapid strengthening of the immortal body. Amidst the sound of strengthening, Mo Yun found that the threat of these final flames of hell is getting lower and lower, until divinity evolves. At this time, in the eyes of everyone in Sam's family, he saw that when the fire of the end of hell approached Mo Yun, the fire would drop in vain, as if it had changed from a prairie fire to an ordinary mountain fire. Moreover, they can clearly see that this change is getting more and more outrageous. In the end, when the flame of the end of hell reached Mo Yun, it seemed to become a stove fire at home. But just when they were disappointed, the flames of the end of hell suddenly flourished again. It has fully recovered its due strength, like a monstrous fire, completely devouring Mo Yun in front of him, and the members of the Sam family immediately cheered happily. He can't hold on anymore. Sure enough, there is a limit. He has exhausted his last strength. Now he can no longer contain the flame. Master Alan, you are so strong. A cruel smile appeared on the old face of the devil Alan. He waved his hand and shouted, "The flames of the end of hell, completely burn my enemies into ashes." All the flames converge on the center, which is Mo Yun. Seeing this scene, the members of the Amen family exclaimed in panic. Could it be that the miracle that Mo Yun brought to the Amen family is about to stop here? Boom! When the flames converged in one place, exuding a pitch-black flame that seemed to come from hell, what everyone didn't expect was that they walked out of the flames. Everyone stared straight. This man, Li Jiao, came out of the final flames of hell unscathed. This is impossible. Unbelievable voices came and went. Hearing Mo Yun's ears, there is only a disdainful laugh in my heart. Mo Yun stretched out his hand, and in his hand, the fire of the end of hell was still burning continuously. But all the elements in the flames no longer hold hostility towards him, on the contrary, they still have a sense of intimacy. Is this the meaning of fire immunity? Mo Yun had a feeling that perhaps he could try to control the flame in his hand. It is a pity that they are still in a state of war at this time. There is not enough time for Mo Yun to study the changes in the fire-immune divinity. And what is the threshold of flame immunity divinity? From the mouth of Alan, who was surprised, he revealed the reason why Mo Yun was not affected by the last fire of hell. It turns out that you actually have the flame resistance divinity. It turned out to be flames resisting divinity. So that's the case. No wonder Mr. Allen's skills can't have any effect on him. The fire's resistance to divinity has greatly shocked everyone in the Sam family. In fact, among divinities, passive resistance is not as valuable as active divinity. But there is always an environment to talk about in everything. For the demon family, flames resisting divinity are a symbol of high-level demons and a deterrent for high-level demons. Because demons are a race that relies heavily on the fire of hell, if the fire of hell does not work, the strength of many demons will be greatly reduced. It can be said that people other than demons have grasped the words, flame resists divinity. Then this person is a born demon slayer. When they heard that Mo Yun had the divinity of flame resistance, the Amen family was also greatly encouraged. They know that the Sam family is a family of all demons, and they also know what it means for Mo Yun to have the divinity of fire resistance. Julie stared at Mo Yun. She was surprised that Mo Yun had such a whole card. No wonder he dared to declare war with the Sam family. But at this moment, she suddenly remembered that under some circumstances that she couldn't tell, she suddenly obtained the divinity of thunder and lightning resistance. Julie's breathing came suddenly. Could it be that? At this time, Alan looked at Mo Yun and said coldly, "Since you have such a talent, and you are unwilling to submit to the Sam family, it seems that it is very important to keep you. The endless thunder from the abyss. Annihilate it. Destroy it. Crush this ridiculous person thoroughly." Mo Yun never expected that the devil Alan could give himself such a big surprise. Almost all the opponents he has come into contact with so far rely on physical strength to fight against him. For people who use elements to fight, Alan still buys one. If you don't consider physical strength, but just talk about attack strength, Alan is much stronger than the 5-meter-long AUM next to him. And this just gave Mo Yun enough conditions to discover the body of a fairy. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training, and has obtained 35 times the lightning resistance enhancement. Seeing that the thunder of the abyss did not work on Mo Yun, the members of the Sam family looked at each other in dismay. Could it be that Mo Yun still has the divinity of thunder and lightning resistance? CHFI, but is such a thing really possible? The flame resists divinity can be understood as Mo Yun was a race that grew up by the flames when he was in the mortal world, and black hair and black eyes seem to be in line with the attributes of a race that was born by the flames. Then Mo Yun came to the God realm and mastered the flame resistance divinity through hard work. This is the normal logic that everyone thinks that Mo Yun has the divinity of fire. But the lightning resistance shown by Mo Yun can't be said that when Mo Yun was in the mortal world, he was struck by lightning every day, right? The devil Alan was also taken aback. He immediately changed to another spell. The extinction water of the river of death, completely drown my enemy. Dissolve everything about him in the endless river of death. The endless water that suddenly appeared wrapped Mo Yun in it, and these water flows seemed to squeeze out all the air in Mo Yun's body, completely dissolving Mo Yun in the water flow. Seeing the effectiveness of this trick, the Sam family cheered. He is indeed no match for Master Alan. Idiot. He obviously has such strong speed and strength, but he stood there and endured the attack of a demon archmage. He is looking for death. Obviously Master Alan is extremely powerful. He has no chance to use it at all. While the devil Alan was enjoying the flattery of everyone in his family, Mo Yun was also experiencing the profound meaning of water flow. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training, and has obtained 40 times the resistance enhancement of the profound meaning of water. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training, and has obtained 31 times the resistance enhancement of the profound meaning of water. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the first level divinity, the resistance of the profound meaning of water. Wow! When Mo Yun gained the resistance of the profound meaning of water, the water flow wrapped around Mo Yun instantly turned into a pool of water without source. All the people in the Sam family are stupid. Wouldn't you say that you still have water attribute resistance? If Mo Yun knew what they were thinking, he would definitely tell them. Not only water attribute resistance. As long as you want, I can get it all for you. The premise is that you can choose. Facing Mo Yun's expectant eyes, Alan felt bad all over. He was trembling, pointed at Mo Yun, and made a hysterical voice, "You are a magic killer." strong body, and the resistance of all elements. Your race is a magic killer, right? Mo Yun doesn't know what kind of race the magic killer is. But judging from Alan's description, it should be a matter of relying on elemental resistance, making it impossible for the mage's skills to be used. Then pull the opponent to the starting line of throwing his arms and fighting, and then use his powerful body to dry out the opponent's race. I have to say, this seems to be a very interesting and thoughtful race. Mo Yun found that not only the people of the Sam family think so, but even the people of the Emin family behind him, many people think that his race is the magic killer. The eyes they looked at Mo Yun seemed to be more humble in an instant, as if the peasants were looking up to the nobles. Mo Yun sneered in his heart. The theory of only blood in the world of gods is really funny. But Mo Yun doesn't mind the misunderstanding. No matter when, the more strength and prestige, the better. It's just that the only thing Mo Yun regrets is that Alan in front of him seems to have completely lost the fighting spirit to fight against him. What's the matter? The two strongest gods of the Sam family, that's it. Facing the ridicule, the members of the Sam family did not refute the clamor, because they knew that they had become the weaker party instead. Both Aum and Alan are ready to escape at this time. Retreat! Alan shouted, turned and fled first, and the tall hell demon Orm followed closely behind. Mo Yun shook his head and sighed softly. He also wants to get more resistance to divinity. And more to explore the mysteries of the immortal body. In the end, these people actually planned to escape. What a disappointment. But since you're here, let's stay forever. Mo Yun put his hand on the handle of the knife, and his eyes swept over all the enemies in front of him. Cut. At this moment, all the people in the Sam family who tried to escape were crushed to the ground by the force of the mountain pouring out from Mo Yun's body. Even the hell demon Orm and the devil Alan are not exempt. The former was struggling, while the latter was simply crushed to the ground. A cold light flashed in Mo Yun's eyes, and the sword that condensed the power of immortality and divinity finally struck out. The knife flashed. The two strongest gods of the Sam family, hell demon Orm and businessman Alan. And all the gods and people of Sam's family. All perish. At this time, the spies who were hiding in the dark and saw this scene all showed expressions of disbelief. They are people from 3 other families. According to the final spoils agreement, Sam's family took away all the people and supplies of the Amen family. They came here just to see if there was any chance of picking up the leak. Unexpectedly, it turned out that all members of the Sam family were slaughtered. Especially when they saw Orm, the 5-meter-tall hellish demon of the Sam family, cut in two. The shock in my heart is simply indescribable. Must report back to the family immediately. Just when these people were about to flee, they suddenly realized that Mo Yun was looking towards them. Mo Yun naturally sensed the existence of these people long ago. After watching the play for so long, these people should also pay for the entrance fee. A few minutes later, more than a dozen corpses appeared in front of the valley. Looking at the remaining fish that slipped through the net, Mo Yun made a voice that resounded through the sky. Tell your family when you go back, and immediately get out of the territory of the Amen family. At the same time, hand over all the traitors of the Amen family. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. After finishing speaking, Mo Yun returned to the sentry post. Mo Yun, Mo Yun, Mo Yun. The members of the Amen family shouted Mo Yun's name excitedly. After Amon's death, the family had a new pillar. How could this not make them feel excited? It's not time to celebrate yet. Mo Yun said to everyone. You are responsible for cleaning up the surroundings, and I will go back when I go. When I am away, the family is jointly in charge of by Julie, Elsa and a few people who talk about it. Julie looked at Mo Yun with a complicated expression. She knew that from today onwards, the Amen family had completely changed into the shape of Mo Yun, and there was no possibility of it changing. Now even if she jumps out and says, Amen was killed by Mo Yun, no one will believe her words. They may even feel that they want to seize power with Mo Yun. It is precisely this point that Mo Yun is aware of, so he dares to hand over the family to himself so reassuringly. Patriarch, didn't you kill the Sam family? Where are you going now? Of course it's to deal with the rest of Sam's family. As calm as Mo Yun said, everyone in the Amen family was shocked. Although Mo Yun killed everyone in Sam's family. But they are only gods after all. The Sam family has 2 sons of gods. Mo Yun was amused by the persuasion of family members. If he doesn't go to the Sam family, will the Sam family let him go? Since we are going to fight, there must be deterrence. However, facing the Son of God, Mo Yun did not dare to take it lightly. After all, the gap between the sons of gods and the people of gods can be said to be earth-shaking, especially the two sons of gods of the Sam family who are said to have very difficult abilities. Soon, Mo Yun came to the location of Sam's family. Like the Amen family, the Sam family's base camp is also located in the valley, and the steep cliffs can bring natural defenses to the family. However, compared to the Amen family, the headquarters of the Sam family is more than 3 times larger. Naturally, this special terrain structure was not formed naturally, but was excavated from the mountains of the gods' realm by the family using gods with corresponding divine powers. It can even be explained from the side of the size of the family territory. A family's stronghold reflects the strength of a family. The Sam family is still in a joyous atmosphere at the moment, and it can be seen that almost everyone is celebrating. Mo Yun smiled coldly. I'm afraid I won't be happy after the news of Ohm's death. But at this moment, Mo Yun suddenly thought that the speed of his arrival was the Sam family who rushed to them with all their strength in the Wizard of the Wilderness. There shouldn't be any scouts faster than him. In other words, it will be at least a while before the Sam family gets the news of Alan and Orm's death. Maybe I can use this time to create opportunities. At this time, the concealment learned from Potter immediately came in handy. After using moisten things silently, Mo Yun walked in through the entrance majestically, and the guards of the Sam family were even drinking. The scenes inside the Sam family made Mo Yun feel novel. The style of these buildings can be said to have never been seen by Mo Yun. Judging from the fact that the Sam family is a family of all demons, these buildings seem to be in the style of demons. Suddenly, a weird building caught Yun's attention. It was on the side of Sam's family. A huge ravine was dug out of the mountain wall. On both sides of the ravine was a gate-like building full of ancient rituals, and on both sides of the mountain wall and inside the ravine, one could see dazzling red shine. Huishan stone. Mo Yun was secretly pleasantly surprised. He already knew at this time that the gods can increase the speed of the cultivation of divine power through many materials, among which Huishan stone can provide the speed of cultivation of the flame-type Godhead. 0. And the current progress of Mo Yun's divine power can be said to be his slowest shortcoming. What he needs most now is a large amount of training materials. Just as Mo Yun was watching closely, a figure appeared in front of the ravine. Mo Yun found out that he knew this demon. This demon is none other than Zhang Xuan, a senior cadre of the Sam family who owes Mo Yun his life. At this time, Zhang Xuan drew a formation in the air with both hands. Then, the gate emitted a strange red light, and an ugly dog came out of the ravine. The magic dog made an angry voice. Why did this happen? You said it clearly. Joining the Sam family will make you stronger. I betrayed the Amen family and joined you, but it became like this. There was a sneer on Zhang Xuan's face, and a red light whip appeared in his hand, and he slapped the magic dog heavily. Zhang said coldly. What kind of demon you can transform into depends entirely on your talent. Your talent is not even worthy of transforming into a demon. A demon dog is worthy of yelling at me. The red whip seemed to have a very powerful effect on the devil. After a few whips, the magic dog crawled in front of Zhang Xuan, begging. Excuse me, Lord Johnson. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Zhang Xuan snorted softly. I still have a little memory. From now on, you will be a member of our Sam family. Come with me to see the family. Is this what happens to traitors? Mo Yun couldn't help sneering in his heart. Sure enough, no matter where you go, traitors are the most despised existences. Naturally, Mo Yun would not let these traitors go, but at this time he had more important things to do. Hearing that Zhang Xuan said that he was going to see the patriarch, Mo Yun thought about it, and immediately followed Zhang Xuan. If possible, Mo Yun would naturally choose to defeat the two sons of God of the Sam family one by one. Maybe it's okay for him to fight two people at the same time, but since he can have greater certainty, Mo Yun naturally has no need to take risks. Soon, Mo Yun came to a huge building of the Sam family, which seemed to be the palace where the Sam family held banquets. Zhang Xuan had already walked in with the magic dog, and said to the demon sitting on the throne. Master Sam, I have brought a new member of the family. At this time, Mo Yun finally met the head of the Sam family. Black Goat Demon Sam. Just like the race of black goat demons, Sam has a long face like a goat, with 2 goat horns exuding black light, a pair of erect pupils looking at the devil dog in front of him, and a contemptuous expression flashed across his face. A magic dog. How many are there already? I remember correctly, it should be the 4th one, right? It is so, Lord Sam. The Emin family is really trash. Their patriarch, Emin, has become a bad person since he was cursed. It's ridiculous that any trash is willing to be included in the family. Sam cut a bloody piece of meat with a knife and fork and put it in his mouth. After chewing and swallowing for a while, Sam asked John, "You said, what should we do with this demon dog? Otherwise, how about letting him be a tribute to the demon god?" After hearing this sentence, the magic dog quickly kowtowed on the ground and said, "Master Sam, I am willing to contribute to the Sam family. Please give me this chance no matter what, please." A haughty sneer appeared on the corner of Sam's mouth, and he said, "Okay then, I'll give you a chance. However, I remind you that our Sam family only needs useful dogs." "Don't worry, Lord Sam. I will be a useful dog." Mo Yun couldn't help sneering in his heart. Indeed a good dog. It seems that allowing these impurities to voluntarily leave the Amen family is a kind of internal optimization. After the middle-level demon of the Sam family took the magic dog down, Sam asked John, "When will Aum and Alan come back?" "Master Sam, I think they should bring back good news soon. That Mo Yun from the Emin family should still be a bit difficult." "Did he shoot through your wings?" Sam showed a faint smile. "It is indeed a bit of a skill. I heard that he has black hair and black eyes. He may be the descendant of our demons." John said with a faint smile, "Master Sam, you are too flattering him. In my opinion, he is just a half-breed." As soon as John Shuan finished speaking, he suddenly felt a strong sense of crisis. This sense of crisis was very similar to the last time, but it was much more terrifying than the last time. This time, he couldn't escape. Boom! The spear passed through John Shuan's body, nailing him firmly to the pillar of the palace, and the blazing spear that penetrated John Shuan's heart also penetrated the entire pillar at this time. Then, flames rose from the spear. "Ah, even the people of the gods will die after their hearts are pierced." Mo Yun's voice sounded coldly in the palace. "John, I have come to kill your dog as promised." All the demons in the palace stood up in horror at this moment, watching John Shuan, the senior cadre of the family, being nailed to a pillar and burned to death. It's like a crucifixion. Black hair and black eyes. He is Mo Yun, the new head of the Amen family. Why is he here? Shouldn't he be in the Amen family? Where's Alan? Where's Orm? Didn't they arrest this fool? Shut up. The black goat demon Sam coldly shouted to the family members. As high-level demons, what about the civilization and etiquette you should have? The members of the Sam family immediately shut their mouths, but looked at Mo Yun with hostility. "Are you Mo Yun from the Emin family?" Sam stood up and looked at Mo Yun. "Where are Alan and Aum?" Only now did Mo Yun notice that Sam was actually wearing a dress, and he looked like a gentleman in his gestures. However, Mo Yun is not interested in this kind of gentleman's game. He just wants to take advantage of the time when only Sam, the Son of God, is around, and win the battle quickly. "You ask the 2 of them. Of course I killed them." Just when Mo Yun was about to draw his sword, he suddenly felt his body became very heavy. Sam sneered. "You are indeed capable of killing Alan and Orm. No wonder you can replace Amen as the new owner of the Amen family. However, you are just a god. Challenge the Son of God with the strength of the gods. Do you also think that you are Amen who has 400 years of divine power?" Overreach. At this time, in addition to feeling heavy in the body, Mo Yun also felt a new negative state. The elements around him are gradually stripping away, and this force even wants to strip the elements in his body. The black goat demon Sam laughed. "Do you feel that you have no strength at all? Do you feel that your body has become extremely tired? I have cast 2 curses of slowness and weakness on your body. With your mere power of the gods, it is impossible to resist the curse of my Son of God." Afterwards, Sam ordered coldly, "Catch him. I will personally throw him into the devil's abyss." Seeing that Mo Yun was under the curse, the members of Sam's family naturally had no fear, and even rushed to humiliate Mo Yun. Is this the new head of the Amen family? An ugly demon reaches out to pinch Thin's chin. But at this moment, the knife light flashed. Ah! A scream sounded, and the ugly demon took a step back, looked at his missing arm, and looked at Mo Yun in horror. Mo Yun shrugged slightly. Don't you think that I can't move because of the two curses? The gap between the gods and the sons of gods is indeed huge. Mo Yun can deeply feel this gap at this time. Under the influence of the double curse, his power divinity and agility divinity have been suppressed to a very large extent. This is indeed the suppression of the realm. It seems that his choice to break down one by one is undoubtedly a correct choice. If two sons of gods were to fight at the same time, the result would be hard to say. At this time, in the eyes of the demons, Mo Yun could move and even kill people, which made them exclaim. Is he not affected by the curse? This is impossible. The black goat demon Sam said coldly. He could clearly feel that the curse of slowness he used was dragging Mo Yun's body, and the curse of weakness was absorbing Mo Yun's strength. At this moment, Mo Yun should have been limp on the ground. Unless Mo Yun's strength is already strong enough to undo the curse, he can kill people with a knife at a very fast speed. If Mo Yun knew what Sam was thinking, he would definitely praise him for guessing the correct answer right away. Indeed, because Mo Yun's enhancement multiplier is high enough, the divinity of several key basic attributes has all undergone critical strike enhancement. So even at this time, he still didn't delay in killing people. Although his strength has dropped a lot, these demons in front of him are not his opponents. Seeing Mo Yun kill several demons in a row, even Sam wondered if his curse had expired. Sam's curse does not work now. Mo Yun doesn't know. But Mo Yun knew that the curse should expire soon. Because, the system prompt sounded. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training. The curse resistance has been strengthened by 35 times. Mo Yun felt that his body became much more relaxed almost instantly. He scanned the demons in the palace, his eyes turned cold, and he struck again with the long knife. The demons can now be sure that the curse was indeed in effect on Mo Yun just now. Because at this moment, the curse seems to have suddenly failed. After the curse expired, Mo Yun seemed to be a completely different person. Under the wilderness wizard, it was so fast that people couldn't see the figure at all. Almost in the blink of an eye, a demon died instantly with a knife in his hand. As if Mo Yun was the devil and they were poor human beings who were killed. Go to hell, Sam. Mo Yun didn't intend to give Sam a chance at all, and came to Sam in an instant. But Sam is the son of God after all, and he didn't panic when facing Mo Yun, but immediately used a new curse. Curse of pain. A sharp pain made Mo Yun frown, and his body movements subconsciously paused. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Sam fled out quickly. The black goat demon who is proficient in curses is indeed not the type that is good at hand-to-hand combat. Mo Yun followed immediately. The power of the Son of God is indeed very troublesome. If two sons of God are combined, it may not be as simple as 1 + 1 = 2. But Mo Yun was still a step behind. After Sam left the palace in a hurry, he immediately uttered a voice to the distance. Jenny. Do you want to just watch your divine companion get killed? A voice sounded at this moment. It's so annoying, but I'm in the mood for it. Mo Yun immediately sensed that the sound came from a house not far away. At this time, a succubus flew out of the house. She was wearing a black restraint suit and her figure was quite exaggerated. The arrow-like tail swayed slightly behind him, and his face was still slightly flushed. It's not hard to imagine what this devil named Jenny was up to just now. What surprised Mo Yun even more was that according to his perception, he found that there seemed to be 8 men in the room that Jenny flew out of. At this time, Swanshu felt that the horns on the head of the black goat demon Sam were all green. However, the demon Sambin didn't seem to mind this, and shouted. Jenny, grab this human, a son of God, to be forced to such an extent by a god citizen. Sam, you really are a smug thing. Jenny sneered at Sam, looked at Mo Yun, and then there was a bright brilliance in her eyes. What a handsome little brother, black-haired Heian, you should be the new homepage of the Amen family, Yun. Can you join our Sam family for me? Jenny's voice seemed ordinary, but it penetrated into Mo Yun's mind like a spell. Mo Yun felt that Jenny's appearance also appeared in his mind at the same time, sending out invitations to himself again and again. It even vaguely gave Mo Yun the illusion that the succubus Jenny in front of him is the most beautiful woman in the entire God's world. At this moment, the divinity of the three flowers gathering and the five chi energies was operating in the body, and the clear flow of the Japanese stock made Mo Yun regain his sanity in an instant. Ding! The system prompts that you have undergone special training. You have gained 30 times the charm resistance enhancement. Mo Yun breathed a sigh of relief, looking at Jenny with vigilance. What a tough ability. Seeing that Mo Yun quickly got rid of her abilities, Jenny was stunned for a moment, and showed an even more delighted smile. It's great. I like excellent men the most, you really make me like it. Jenny, don't be coquettish. Get rid of him first, and then you can do whatever you want. Oh well. Jenny did not know where to take out a leather whip, and smiled slightly at Mo Yun, and then a bewitching red light lit up in her eyes. Then, Mo Yun suddenly found that there was an extra shackle on his hands and feet. Seeing this, the black goat Sam immediately cast a curse. Mo Yun felt that the shackles were filled with 10,000 caddies of lead, which was outrageous. But, I can still bear it. Jenny's beautiful eyes sparkled, and she exclaimed, Sam, who is this Mo Yun? He can bear the shackles of the two of us working together. With such a strong force, if. Great. Sam glanced at Jenny coldly, and said, after throwing him into the abyss, it's up to you to deal with it. That's a deal. However, neither of them noticed at this time, a sneer appeared on the corner of Mo Yun's mouth. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training. The curse resistance has been strengthened by 30 times. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the first level of divinity, curse resistance. After having the curse resistance again, Mo Yun felt different immediately. You are afraid of the power of the Son of God, but still cannot be underestimated. Even after Mo Yun had curse resistance, he could feel the effect of the curse still on. But the difference is that the shackles weighing tens of thousands of caddies have become an order of magnitude lighter. Now, the shackles weigh only 1,000 caddies. Such weight is no longer a burden to Mo Yun. Moreover, the shackles that have become heavy seem to be not as strong as before. Just when Mo Yun felt the change of the weight of the shackle, the black goat demon Sam walked in front of Mo Yun. Sam tidied up his clothes, showing a calm and unhurried expression, and his gestures were still full of gentlemanly demeanor, as if the person who was chased and fled in embarrassment just now was not him. Sam took out a gentleman's stick from nowhere, and struck Mo Yun's body with this stick. What's wrong? Can't move. Weren't you crazy just now? A cruel smile appeared on the corner of Sam's mouth. As a god, your performance is already excellent. But gods are gods, and gods are gods. Gods can never be compared with gods. Did you know? Immediately I will throw you into the demon abyss. I can also offer tribute to the demon god, begging to turn you into a demon dog. However, I think with the talent you have shown, you will definitely become the most outstanding magic dog after you plunge into the abyss. Maybe you can transform into the most advanced hell three-headed dog, and become the best and most useful dog in our Sam family. After hearing this, Succubus Jenny immediately came over and said to Sam very dissatisfied. Didn't you just say that he is mine? I said that after he is thrown into the devil's abyss, he will be at your disposal. Sam glanced at his divine partner, and said with some contempt, for you, no matter what he becomes in the demon abyss, you should be able to accept it. Isn't it? Jenny froze for a moment, then smiled, reached out and touched Mo Yun's arm. That's right, if he really turns into a hell three-headed dog, he will definitely be a very strong three-headed dog. Mo Yun felt disgusted by the lower limit of these two demons. As expected of a demon, the standard of behavior really cannot be judged by human standards. At this time, Mo Yun said, don't you want to hear my opinion? Your opinion, Sam sneered. He was still ashamed of his embarrassing escape just now, so naturally he didn't have a good look at Mo Yun at this time. It's too late for you to surrender now. I will never let you go lightly. Jenny at the side shook her arrow tail excitedly, and said to Mo Yun in front of her divine partner, little cutie, don't be afraid. I will love you well when you come out of the devil's abyss. Mo Yun smiled slightly. I don't think you need to wait until you come out of the devil's abyss, I'll come and love you all right now. The power of the mountain. Crack. With a few crisp sounds, the shackles that locked Mo Yun's hands and feet were instantly broken by Mo Yun. Sam and Jenny, who were already standing in front of Mo Yun, showed extremely surprised expressions. But there was no extra time for them to think too much, and the two immediately joined forces to cast the combination of shackles and curses again. But this time, Mo Yun, who was already prepared, moved faster than them. I have to say, whether it's Sam's curse or Jenny's charm and shackles. But there is a feeling that makes Mo Yun very aggrieved. It's a feeling that is obviously powerful but can't be used. At this time, the emergence of the curse-resistant divinity finally allowed Mo Yun to display his power generously. Cut thousands of mountains. Immediately, Sam unfolded a black shield in his hand, while Jenny added layers of shackles to the shield, and faced the knife that was about to cut. Boom! There was a bang, and the shield shattered, and Sam flew upside down for a distance, and the gentleman's clothes became ragged, while Jenny lay on the ground, looking very embarrassed. Mo Yun couldn't help feeling that the sons of God were indeed extraordinary. Although they had some difficulty blocking, they still blocked their own knife after all. Sam, who was the first to get up from the ground, made a decision that was most in line with his own interests in a short moment. Jenny, I'll leave it to you here. Jenny covered her shoulders and yelled, Sam. You, born of a devil and a goat. You left me alone to run for your life. Sam doesn't care about Jenny's life or death. Just as the old saying goes, husband and wife are originally birds in the same forest, and when disaster strikes, they fly separately. It has to be said that the black goat demon Sam's escape instinct is also superb, and his speed can even be compared with Mo Yun's the Wizard of the Wild. He rushed to the exit of the valley in a short moment, leaving only Jenny staring at Mo Yun with wide eyes and fear. Came to Taniguchi, Sam breathed a sigh of relief. At this distance, he should be able to escape Mo Yun's pursuit. But he, who has always regarded himself as a civilized devil, not only lost face, but also suffered so much. This made Sam angry. Godman Mo Yun, I will avenge this revenge. I don't think you can report it. A voice suddenly sounded from the ears of the black goat demon Sam. Just when Sam wanted to see who was speaking, a sharp dagger pierced straight into his body. The dagger accurately found the location of the Godhead, and stripped it from the black goat demon's body. Then, a lore slash cut off all the blood linking the Godhead and the body, and Sam's cursed Godhead became an unknown thing and returned to the nearest temple. Meanwhile, Jenny squeezed a smiley face at Mo Yun, showing off her figure desperately. Goodly good. I think we can talk. Now, Sam has escaped, and I am the only son of God in the family. If you want, I can become a divine couple with you. At that time, we will have the final say on this family. What do you think? Just when Jenny was flirting, the body of the black goat demon was suddenly thrown down from the sky. Sam, who lost his Godhead, turned into an ordinary demon, dying on the ground, making a sound in pain. Jenny's face suddenly became ugly. Mo Yun turned his head and looked at the person who came. Master, Potter rushed to your side immediately after breaking through. I hope you don't think I'm here too late. Jenny looked at Mo Yun and Potter in astonishment, as if she saw the most incredible thing at this time. A son of God, actually called he Shenman. At this moment, Mo Yun could really realize how big the difference is between the people of the gods and the sons of the gods. Mo Yun knew very well that the original Potter was not his opponent at all. There is even a big gap in strength compared to the self before the awakening of Cutting Mountains and Thousands of Peaks, and 5 Qi Dynasty. And now Potter seems to have the strength to fight against him. Even with the blessing of the two gods, Mo Yun dare not say that he can beat Potter 100%. Mo Yun thought to himself, it seems that I should also start to break through the realm of the Son of God. Mo Yun glanced at the dying Sam, and said, Potter, you did a good job. Thank you, Master, for your compliment. Succubus Jenny reconfirmed that Mo Yun was the master and Potter was the servant. The indescribable surprise in my heart. In this world of gods where strength is the most respected, is there such a thing as a son of God who regards the gods and the people as his master? Or, is the black-haired and black-eyed man in front of him actually the heir from a mysterious ancient family? In any case, Jenny immediately made a decision. My lord, Jenny is willing to be your loyal slave or concubine, please grant me such an opportunity. Mo Yun looked at Jenny, smiled and said, I'm very interested in women. Really? Jenny licked the corner of her lower lip and wagged her tail desperately. She also happened to be very interested in men. After seeing Jenny's, Mo Yun's smile suddenly turned cold. But, do you think I want everything? I don't like idiot like you who can be a wife. Jenny was taken aback for a moment, and then quickly exclaimed, upset. After all, she was late in begging for mercy, and Mo Yun ended her life in an instant. It has to be said that succubus Jenny's appearance is still very good. The succubus race has unique innate conditions, and those who can enter the world of gods are the best among them. But Mo Yun is not interested in such sluts. He doesn't hate it, it can even be said that it is no different from South Thief, and he likes a clean lady like Julie. As for Jenny, it's better to be exempted. Moreover, even if he accepted Jenny himself, there is also no such broad-mindedness as the black goat demon Sam who can be calm and turn a blind eye with the green grassland on his head. Master, what should we do now? The turmoil just now had already caused shocks in the Sam family. With the deaths of Sam and Jenny, the Sam family was completely in chaos. Mo Yun said to Potter, you go and guard the exit, except for the traitors of the Amen family, everyone else will be executed. As you wish. The knife in Mo Yun's hand moved towards the rest of the Sam family. Like this kind of uncomfortable demon family, it's better to clean it up. In less than 10 minutes, under the powerful perception of Mo Yun, none of the Sam family slipped through the net. Mo Yun stopped in front of Muyuan. The Huishan stone in the demon abyss is the key to his breakthrough to the Son of God. Although the ceremonial gate was a little weird, Mo Yun didn't care about it, and he cut through it with one blow. In an instant, the door collapsed. And at this moment, Mo Yun felt as if a pair of eyes looked at him. Mo Yun frowned slightly. Sure enough, destroying this kind of ritual-filled building is 10 dangerous things among gods and ghosts. Although he didn't know who was spying on him just now, Mo Yun knew clearly that his actions must have offended the demon god. But Mo Yun felt that the demon god would definitely not care about this insignificant pawn. Moreover, the pair of eyes that were spying on him just now did not give Mo Yun the feeling that it was too dangerous. Even if he is stronger than him, he won't be much stronger. He should be just a son of God. Compared with the price of offending a son of God, the Huishan mine in the demon abyss is more important to Mo Yun. At this time, Potter also came to Suan Ku's side. Master, all the traitors have been captured. Well done. Mo Yun praised, while thinking about how to make good use of these Huishan mines, whether to bring them back to the Amen family or simply cultivate here. Just as Mo Yun was thinking about this question, Yuan Hai CHFJ suddenly felt a slight ripple coming from the divinity of listening. Mo Yun suddenly raised his head, and saw 7 people wearing hoods on the cliff, looking towards this side. The cloaks of these people are uniform, and there is a layer of mist that cannot see the color under the hood. What makes Mo Yun vigilant is the realm of the 7 cloaked people. God's son. Unexpectedly, 7 sons of gods appeared at the same time. Especially the son of God in the middle. Mo Yun's perception can't even detect his cultivation level, only giving Mo Yun a very dangerous feeling. In contrast, Sam and Jenny, 5 or 7 of the gods, are not worthy of lifting their shoes in front of them. As if they were both gods, Mo Yun and the Amen family casually found out the gap between a person. Who are you? Mo Yun vigilantly asked the other party's background. If there is anything wrong, he will leave here immediately. Mo Yun, the new home recommended by the family. A man in a cloak said, according to what you said, Amen died as a killer sent by the owner of the Huishan Bazaar, the son of God, Els. But as far as we know, Els didn't send any killers. So, we have doubts about Amen's cause of death. However, since you have passed the verification of the God of Honesty, and everyone in the Amen family recognizes your identity as the new patriarch, then, we, the Castro family, recognize you as the patriarch of the Amen family at this time. Starting today, you are one of the 103 families in Camp Castro. Ranked 103rd. Mo Yun couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. It turned out that the 7 sons of gods belong to the Castro family. As the namer and owner of the Castro camp, the strength of the Castro family is indeed extraordinary. But Mo Yun quickly became suspicious and asked, ranked 103. You mean, the Amen family ranks at the bottom of all the families in the Castro camp? I don't remember that, right? When Mo Yun chose the family, he knew that the Amen family was a slightly lower middle family in the Castro camp, so it was impossible for them to be ranked 103 road. According to the rules of the Castro camp, after you become the new head of the Amen family, it should be changed to Mo Yun family. Although you can choose to continue using the name Amen family, the ranking needs to be recalculated. Mo Yun frowned. Isn't this rule unreasonable? The rules of the Castro camp are formulated by the family council. You only have two choices. Comply or not. Mo Yun sighed in his heart. Let's start from the beginning, it's only a matter of time before his ranking rises. At this time, the man in the cloak said, Patriarch Mo Yun, you have now violated the family rules of Camp Cathro. What rule did I break? Facing Mo Yun's question, the cloaked man said in a very official tone. According to the rules of the Castro camp, the side that wins the family war must kill no more than 1/10 of the other's family members as prisoners. If every family was slaughtering like you, wouldn't the Castro camp already be turned into a ghost? Mo Yun felt that what the man in the cloak said made sense. If the 103 families kill each other in a fight, it is still unknown whether there will be another 13 families in the Castro camp. But if you agree with it, Mo Yun still chooses to argue. I don't agree. I didn't know there was such a rule. Besides, judging from what you said, you obviously didn't agree with the patriarch of the Amen family before, so why are you asking questions now? At this moment, the cloaked man in the head spoke, but a seductive female voice came out from under the tall cloak. You really don't know, so we don't plan to punish you, but you can't get any benefits from this family war. According to the rules, everything belonging to the Carlo family will be confiscated by our Castro family. Mo Yun subconsciously looked at the man in the cloak. He felt as if he had heard the man's voice somewhere. But this is not the time to pursue this, Sha Yun asked. You say confiscate it, this rule is unfair. I repeat, the rules of Camp Castro are made by the family council. You only have two choices. Choose to obey or not. Mo Yun stared at the leading cloaked man. If I don't obey, the price must be terrible, right? The man in the cloak let out a sweet laugh and said, That's right, you are a smart person, I believe you will make the right choice. Mo Yun pondered. At a time like this, he definitely won't stand out. Facing the strongest family in the Castro camp, it is undoubtedly a dead end to be strong. But Mo Yun is also unwilling to give up the benefits he has obtained. So is there a way to compromise? Suddenly, Yuan Yun thought of a rule in the wilderness. The first rule of the wilderness. Follow the rules of the wilderness game, unless you are disorderly. At this moment, Mo Yun thought that the members of the Castro family had repeatedly emphasized the rules of the camp from the moment they appeared. Indeed, for a disorderly and savage wasteland, maintaining rules is not an easy task. As the makers of the rules and the biggest beneficiaries, the Castro family is of course a staunch defender of the rules. It also means, the Castro family themselves must obey the rules of the camp. Mo Yun immediately had a calculation in his heart. As the saying goes, a gentleman can be deceived by others. As long as the other party follows the rules, there is a possibility of gaining benefits. Mo Yun thought of his chips. Your Excellency, although you keep saying that I violated the rules and killed all the captives of the Sam family, I feel that you don't want them to live either. If you really care about the rules, why didn't you show up after I killed everyone? In the end, I just want to make a profit. You have taken so many benefits, you can't just give me nothing. The cloak leader praised. Smart answer. Well, you can pick one thing you want. I don't want anything else, all the Huishan stones in Sam's family are mine. Mo Yun looked at the leader of the cloaked people. You should be very clear, I seem to have caused other troubles because of these Huishan stones. If these Huishan stones don't belong to me, isn't it too much? Okay, I promise you. I will send these Huishan stones to the camp of the Amen family. The Castro family is really rich and powerful. In fact, Mo Yun thinks it is good to get half of it. After all, in Mo Yun's opinion, perhaps the greatest wealth of the Sam family is these Huishan stones. Mo Yun was even ready to bargain, but he didn't expect that with a wave of his hand, he even helped him solve the problem of Huishan stone delivery. In this way, Mo Yun feels that he has nothing to lose. After all, Huishan stone is what he wants most. As for the land or something, just wait for him to break through to the realm of the Son of God, and then go to other families to grab it and it's over. Patriarch Mo Yun, this is about the rules of the Castro camp family. Next time, you can no longer use, don't know, as an excuse. The leader of the cloaked people flew a piece of paper, and Mo Yun stretched out his hand to catch it. This piece of paper has divine power, and Mo Yun injected his spirit into it, and quickly absorbed the knowledge in it. There are not many rules in the Castro camp, but the knowledge here provides several specific cases for each rule, which is very detailed. After reading these rules, one of the rules immediately caught Mo Yun's attention. Clan Castro family rules. After the family war is decided, there will be a 1-month truce. A family that is in a truce has no choice but to attack any family. Similarly, any family is not allowed to attack a family that is in a truce. Anyone who provokes troubles during the truce will be severely punished by the family council headed by the Castro family. Mo Yun thought about it. In the long run, this is indeed a good rule, because in this way, any family will have room to breathe. But in this way, he will not be able to settle accounts with the families of Duke, Ingmar, and Pusan for the time being. Mo Yun also read the rest of the rules one by one in his heart. But after reading it, Mo Yun found that there was a piece of information that he desperately wanted to know was missing. Mo Yun raised his head and looked at the 7 cloaked men in front of him. Then what conditions do I have to meet before I can enter the family council? A cloaked man couldn't help but let out a slight laugh, as if mocking Mo Yun for not being self-reliant. The caped man answered Mo Yun's question instead. If you want to enter the family council, your family must at least meet the conditions of having 100 members of the family and 5 sons of the gods, in order to be eligible to become a family of the 12th council. To challenge the qualifications of the 12 parliamentary families, at least the top 30 must be ranked. The leader of the cloak said lightly, with the strength you have shown, it is not impossible to enter the parliament within 100 years. Century. Mo Yun smiled softly in his heart. 100 days is too much for him. However, 100 days is a bit exaggerated. After all, this is the realm of the gods, and a few years and a few months are not worth mentioning here. Then it can be as slow as 3 years, or as fast as 3 months. Chapter 81. Seeing that the leader of the cloaked people was about to leave, Mo Yun hurriedly asked, if I meet the conditions, how should I get the qualifications? The leader of the cloaked people glanced at Mo Yun, with a hint of a smile in his tone, and said, as for how to obtain the qualification, you can grab it, cheat it, or buy it. As long as you can make one of these 12 families willingly change the name on the council contract to yours. Then, you are the new parliamentary family. After speaking, the leader of the cloaked people left first. His speed is extremely fast, and Mo Yun's listening to the vast sea can only capture the trajectory of his departure. Afterwards, the rest of the cloaked people left one by one, leaving only the last one. Finally, the remaining man in the cloak said, from now on, I will take over everything in the Sam family. Please leave within an hour. After all, the cloaked man said to Mo Yun, the author of 490, ranking 103, you have already begun to think about how to get qualified. Should I say that you are overestimated, or should I praise your ambition? Mo Yun knew that he had obviously become the object of ridicule by the Castro family member in front of him. But Mo Yun didn't care, and it wasn't the first time that others made fun of him. Anyway, sooner or later, he will get his face back 100 times and 1,000 times. Mo Yun, who was calling Potter to leave together, suddenly paused slightly. He suddenly remembered that he had indeed seen this cloaked leader. The man who bought Catwoman's cloak when he first arrived at Camp Castro seemed to be that person. Mo Yun was deeply impressed by the characteristic of the voice of a man wearing a cape, but actually a woman. So, is he a man or a woman? But Mo Yun is not in a hurry, he should have the opportunity to deal with this person in the future. At this time, on the sentry post of the Amin family, all family members were looking forward to the distance. When they saw Mo Yun and Porter appearing in a Dragon Eagle cart, all members of the family cheered. Mo Yun jumped off the Dragon Eagle cart, and said to everyone in the family, I declare that starting today, there will be no more Sam's family in the Castro Bazaar. As soon as this remark came out, everyone in the family immediately cheered. Julie looked at Mo Yun in disbelief. She knew that Mo Yun was very powerful, but he was the son of 2 gods. What's more, what Mo Yun said was to expel the entire Sam family. One more thing before getting ready to celebrate. Under Mo Yun's instruction, Potter brought out the 4 demon dogs and 6 demon men from the Dragon Eagle cart. After seeing these demons, the family members were stunned for a moment. At this time, someone recognized the identity of the one-man demon through some facial details. Could it be that you were Abraham? Then you all. The others were also surprised to recognize the identity of the demon. Mo Yun said indifferently, the 10 of them are the traitors who defected from our Amen family and joined the Sam family. Everyone froze for a moment. It is not the first time that Mo Yun has captured the traitor back, but at this time everyone noticed that Mo Yun said, 10 of them, and there were only 6 demons in front of him. The remaining 4, aren't they dogs? The 4 magic dogs buried their faces on the ground hard, lest the former family members see their current appearance. The family members felt unbelievable at this time, and couldn't help saying to Mo Yun, Brother Emin, could it be that they are really? Mo Yun nodded, and said to Potter, prepare the ceremony immediately, and ask the God of the Oath to grant the death penalty to these 10 people. After hearing Mo Yun's words, the 6 merchants and 4 magic dogs hurriedly begged. Brother Mo Yun, we know we were wrong. Please, give us another chance. I was obsessed with ghosts for a while. If I knew this would happen from the beginning, I would never betray the family. It's them. They forced me. I'm really innocent. After hearing the human voices of the 4 magic dogs, the family members finally had to believe that they were really their former companions. Bob and Leaf. Such a scene shocked the hearts of family members tremendously. They couldn't believe it anyway. They betrayed the family and went to the Sam family to find the so-called hopeful future. It turned into a dog. Facing the begging of these traitors, Mo Yun ruthlessly said, Potter, take them down. Mo Yun turned around and said to everyone in the family, I said, I will not spare any traitor who betrayed the family. I will not treat anyone who shares the troubles with the family badly. Starting from today, I will definitely lead the Amen family to glory. Not many people responded to Mo Yun's words, and everyone was still immersed in the shock just now and couldn't extricate themselves. This is also the effect Mo Yun expects. He believes that after this incident, members of the Amen family should all become his loyal fans. Soon, the ceremony of executing the traitor began. Amid bursts of pleading and screams, the 10 traitors were drained by the God of the Wilderness Oath. It's just a pity for Mo Yun that not all traitors were punished. Except for the 7 people who were rejoicing that they didn't escape successfully at this time and were given lighter punishments. There are still 6 traitors, joining Duke, Ingmar and Posen respectively, which are the 3 families. Compared with the other traitors, these 6 traitors are higher in terms of divine power and Godhead level. After all, given the choice, no one would choose to join the Sam family and be transformed into a demon. However, the truce period in January made it impossible for Mo Yun to ask these 3 families directly, so he could only resort to diplomatic means. Potter, you send someone to these 3 families to tell them to call out the traitors of the Amen family. Otherwise, I will directly declare war on them in a month's time. Understood, Master. Wait a minute, there is no rush to send the message. Potter, tell me how you broke through the Son of God. During this month truce, Mo Yun will naturally not stop getting stronger. And his first priority is to be promoted to Son of God. Mo Yun can already clearly feel it at this time. The realm of my own gods and people has been unable to keep up with the mainstream in the war between families. Just when Mo Yun was carefully asking Potter about the details about breakthrough God's son, family members suddenly ran over. Brother Mo Yun, there is a convoy outside. They have sent a lot of Huishan stones. Go and have a look. Oh, so fast. As expected of the Castro family. What? They turned out to be members of the Castro family. The family members shouted in surprise, Brother Mo Yun, why did the members of the Castro family come to us? The corners of Mo Yun's mouth curled up slightly, and he said with a smile, of course it's a gift for me. Soon, the news that the Castro family gave a gift to Mo Yun, the new successor head, spread like wildfire within the family. When hearing the news, everyone in the family reacted first. It's just impossible. What is the Castro family? That's the real owner of Camp Cathro. How could it give Mo Yun a gift? But when everyone in the family came to the square, they saw a cart with the Castro family imprint parked in the middle of the valley. When the people in the convoy were putting the Huishan ore in the center of the valley, they all spoke out in surprise. Could it be that the rumors are true? What is even more incredible is that the Huishan stones that were moved out of the carriage were not even a single star. Soon, the Huishan stones were piled up in the center of the valley like a hill, and the Huishan stones moving out in the carriage seemed to have no intention of stopping. Even these Huishan stones in front of them are even more than all the current assets of the Amen family combined. After all, for the Sam family, the most important asset is Muyuan. They are exactly the demon abyss made of Huishan stone. Then use the divine power of the ore to complete the transformation of other races into demons. It can be said that these Huishan stones accounted for 2/3 of the actual assets of the Sam family except for the real estate on the site. The members of the Amen family still couldn't believe it. No matter what, they couldn't figure out the reason why the Castro family, who was in charge of the Castro camp, wanted to give Mo Yun so much Huishan mine. Just when everyone in the family was suspicious, Mo Yun came here. People from the Castro family came over and said to Mo Yun, "Patriarch Mo Yun, I have placed your Huishan stone here according to the family's instructions, please check and accept it. Go back and tell your boss that I have received the Huishan stone and I am very satisfied." The members of the Amen family all stared at Mo Yun dumbfounded. The facts are already in front of them, and there is no room for them not to believe it. Their patriarch, Mo Yun, actually climbed to the top of the Castro family. Mo Yun is happy to see such rumors that can increase his authority in mystery. Moderate mystery can make people feel chosen by destiny. In the world of gods, mystery has always been a full complement. Mo Yun asked the family members to move most of the Huishan stones into the family room, and the remaining small part was used as the welfare of the family members. That part is enough for family members to use for a long time. But now, seeing Huishan stone in a room the size of the owner's basketball court, Mo Yun showed a very nostalgic and enjoying expression. It has been a long time since I experienced this feeling of rapid increase in divine power. Mo Yun immediately checked the changes in the system. Ding! A change in the environment has been detected. The current environment cultivation speed is 22.7 days. The cultivation system multiplier is 88 times. The current environment cultivation speed is 1997.6 days. Amazing practice speed. Mo Yun knew that this was the speed of his cultivation before he entered the state of meditation. If you enter the state of meditation, the multiplier of the cultivation system should be able to break through 100 times. The environmental speed of 22.7 days should be the limit of Huishan stone's speed of practice. And after the divinity of the 3-flower gathering at the top evolved into 3-ring gathering at the top, 5 chi towards the yuan, the multiple of cultivation was directly doubled. At present, Mo Yun's divine power is at the level of 130 years. According to this speed, he can reach the level of 200 years divine power in half a month at most. This is still without counting the crit. For now, Mo Yun feels that divinity is enough. Even if he continues to devote time to divinity, the improvement in exchange will not be too obvious. But at this time, the divine power is different. The power of the gods directly affects the level of strength. Therefore, Mo Yun will undoubtedly use the next few opportunities of active critical strikes to improve his divine power. Then, breakthrough Son of God. Speaking of breaking through the Son of God, Mo Yun suddenly thought of what the Castro family said, the necessary conditions for entering the family council. It is not difficult to have 100 official members of the Shenmin family, but it is not an easy task to have 5 sons of God. If you want to absorb the Son of God to join the family, you have to pay enough to make them feel excited. This is obviously not an easy task. But the family itself wants to cultivate a Son of God, but it is also quite difficult. Without mentality, just the basic requirement of 200 years of divine power would require a lot of time to accumulate. There are almost no gods like Potter who have enough divine power, but happen to have no divinity. Thinking of this, Mo Yun smiled. Don't you have synergistic reinforcement? He remembered that when the cultivation system settled the cultivation value last time, the snake girl Sevas had a taste of the sweetness of the cultivation system. Soon, Mo Yun called Julie, Sevas and Elsa over. However, Elsa, who helped Mo Yun break through the 5 Chi dynasty last time, became a supporting role this time, because she has no Godhead, so she can't get the accumulated supernatural power. Mo Yun's gaze rested on Julie and Sevas. As the 8th person in charge of the Amen family, Sevas naturally has some strength, and her divine power is about 140 years old. On the contrary, it is Julie, who has been handling the family affairs and has little time to concentrate on cultivation. Although she is much stronger than Sevas, her divine power has remained S-level. Hearing that Mo Yun wanted to help her practice again, Julie immediately took 2 steps back and shouted. "You can't get away with it. Last time it was because of the Emin family, I had no choice but to." 387 Thinking of being tainted by Mo Yun in various ways, Julie still felt extremely ashamed at this time, and could only comfort herself repeatedly in her heart, saying that everything she gave was for the family. Unexpectedly, now that the family has protected him, Mo Yun would come again. Mo Yun showed a faint smile. He was informing Julie and Sevas, not asking for their permission. However, he is not completely unreasonable. If gentle means can work, he will naturally not use tough methods to solve the problem. "Don't you want to be the son of God?" Mo Yun stared into Julie's eyes, his tone full of temptation. This feeling is too familiar to Elsa. She was deceived by Mo Yun with such words. What disappointed Elsa was that Julie and Sevas had the opportunity to become the son of God, but she has not yet obtained the Godhead. Julie's heart skipped a beat. Becoming the son of God was indeed a great temptation to her. But she quickly shook her head and said, "Don't even think about it. I will never give in to you." Mo Yun smiled slightly in his heart. He was not in a hurry. He wanted to see if Julie could withstand the temptation of becoming a child of God. In contrast, why did she Hanwei take the initiative too much? "Sister Julie, since you don't want it, then I won't be polite. Patriarch, please give me this chance." Ding! A change in the environment has been detected. The current environment cultivation speed is 23.2 days. The cultivation system multiplier is 107 times. The current environment cultivation speed is 2,482.4 days. Ding! The practice is completed in 1 day, and it is detected that the host and the partner have experienced the harmony of the zither and the harp, and they have obtained the practice value together, 2,237.1 days. After starting formal practice, the 5 Qi dynasty primordial divinity began to run vigorously. Mo Yun's cultivation speed quickly reached its peak. 6 years of divine power in 1 day. The surrounding Huishan stones were reduced to worthless fragments at a speed visible to the naked eye. Elsa cleaned up these debris for Bo Yun every day as she did in the mining area. As for the snake girl Sevas, she was soon immersed in the pleasure of divine power promotion and couldn't extricate herself. It has been nearly 100 years since she came to the world of gods, and she has only had 140 years of divine power so far. Now, in just 1 day, he has actually increased his divine power for 6 years. In addition to bringing great spiritual satisfaction to the skyrocketing divine power, it also brings unparalleled physical comfort. This is simply unprecedented multiple extreme happiness. And this is just the beginning. Ding! The practice is completed in 1 day, and it is detected that the host and the partner have experienced the harmony of the piano and the harp, and jointly obtained the practice value, 2,196.2 days. Ding! After 6 days in a row, Mo Yun's divine power has increased from 130 years to 180 years. Serves, the snake girl, has increased from 140 years to 170 years. Even Julie has improved her divine power for 6 years. And this 7th day is the most critical moment for Mo Yun. Ding! The practice is completed in 1 day, and it is detected that the host and the partner have experienced the harmony of the zither and the harp, and they have jointly obtained the practice value, 2,380 days. Crit. Ding! You actively triggered the 10 times critical strike system, and the critical strike multiplier is 32 times. Through the crit system, you and your partner have jointly gained 202 years, 73,780 days of divine power. Mo Yun didn't expect that the system has changed the unit and no longer calculates in days but in years. With 200 years of divine power, Mo Yun's divine power was raised to 380 years in an instant, and the snake girl Sevas also increased from 170 years of divine power to a full 370 years. At this time, the Huishan stone nest built in the house collapsed violently, and large areas of Huishan stone turned into gray gravel. Naturally, this shock did not affect Mo Yun and Sevas. Both of them were immersed in the aftertaste of pleasure brought by 200 years of divine power, which could not be calmed down for a long time. After a long time, Sevas opened her eyes and looked at Mo Yun with obedience and strong love. She said softly, "Patriarch, I'm going to break through the Son of God." Quote, "You can break through by my side. It just so happens that I also want to break through the Son of God." Mo Yun glanced at the shaking house, and Julie, who was surprised, went to find Elsa to clean up the rubble. Mo Yun reckoned that this time, the cultivation base crit used up nearly 2/3 of the Huishan stones in the entire room. If Mo Yun's guess is correct, the next time he hits the training value again, the multiplier of the critical hit should only be half of this time. I didn't expect that it was resources that restricted my cultivation speed in the end. In fact, Mo Yun knew that if Sevas hadn't also obtained the benefits of the cultivation system, the Huishan stone here would have doubled the time he could practice. But Mo Yun doesn't think there is anything wrong now. As long as he has a powerful family, it is not easy to obtain Huishan stone. Mo Yun closed his eyes and began to break through the realm of the Son of God. 200 years of divine power, he is more than enough at this time. And the divinity, Sha Yun, is even more numerous. Mo Yun recalled the knowledge gained from Potter. Potter, who has stayed in the half-step of the Son of God for a long time, has naturally done a lot of research on the breakthrough of the Son of God, and it is not an exaggeration to say that he is a master of theory. This is also the reason why it took at least a day or two for others to break through, but Potter was able to complete the breakthrough in a short time, and even went to the Sam family to help him in the battle. The process of the Son of God is to choose a divinity as the seed. Then, water the seed with a steady stream of divine power. Under normal circumstances, the need for this seed to take root and grow vigorously is exactly 200 years of divine power. What Mo Yun chooses is naturally his current strongest divinity. 3 flowers gather at the top. 5 Qi dynasties. After a short period of running in, Mo Yun felt that the Godhead had been connected with the 5 Qi dynasty primordial divinity. Mo Yun suddenly found out. Rather than saying that divinity is the seed, it is better to say that the Godhead is the seed, and divinity is the fertile soil for the growth of seeds. Under the influence of divinity, the Godhead began to undergo subtle changes. Mo Yun immediately put his divine power into it gradually. A Godhead that has been nourished by divine power is like a seed that has been nourished by water. It was as if a brand new tender seedling slowly emerged from the fertile soil. Mo Yun continued to send divine power to the Godhead. Soon, with the baptism of spring rain, desperately absorbing nutrients, it began to grow gradually, from a divine seedling to a divine tree. Then it grew from a small tree of godhood to a straight youth. Mo Yun could clearly feel the change. It is like a tree that spreads its branches and gradually grows green branches and leaves as it grows. Then, the Godhead grew from the youth stage to the adult stage, as burly and strong as an adult. At this time, Mo Yun was surprised to find that after he had invested 200 years of divine power, the Godhead was still frantically sucking more nutrients. He hastily invested more divine power. 230 years. 270 years. 320 years. 360 years. When Mo Yun put his divine power into 360 years, at this time, this tree of Godhead finally produced a real change. It is lush and lush. What surprised Mo Yun even more was that it seemed to bear a fruit. An intuition told Mo Yun to eat this fruit. Following Mo Yun's thoughts, the fruits of the Godhead were gradually absorbed by Mo Yun. At this time, Mo Yun heard the voice of the system. Ding! Congratulations to the host. The 10 times training system has evolved into a 100 times training system. Has the system evolved? Mo Yun was overwhelmed with surprise immediately, but then Mo Yun was even more surprised to find that it was just an appetizer. What is really valuable is that a seed is left after the nutrition of that fruit is absorbed by itself. A drop of golden blood. This drop of bright golden blood flowed into Mo Yun's heart. Mo Yun can feel that in this drop of gold, there is an incomparable Jiao Nuohao power. What exactly is this blood? Mo Yun opened his eyes. He knew that he had completed the transformation from the people of the gods to the son of the gods, and he could also feel that his power was very different from before. But that drop of golden blood in his heart still keeps Mo Yun curious. At this moment, Mo Yun suddenly saw a beautiful face appearing in front of him. This is a perfect melon-shaped face, with bright amber eyes and a blue crystal in the center of the forehead. The ice blue long hair is draped over the shoulders like a waterfall, and with the delicate lips, it forms a wonderful and unique charm. Not only is it as pure as a virgin, but it also exudes a strange but seductive enchantment. Mo Yun was startled immediately. Beauty, who are you? He has been immersed in the breakthrough of the Son of God, but he didn't realize that he was being touched by someone. At this time, the red lips of the blue-haired beauty moved slightly, with a hint of shy anger. Patriarch, I am Sevas. If Mo Yun was taken aback just now. So now, Mo Yun is really surprised. Only then did he realize that the beauty in front of him was indeed the snake girl. But compared with the Sevas he knew, it was very different. Although the original Sevas was a beauty, there was still a certain gap compared to Elsa. But at this moment, the beauty in front of her is already equal to Elsa, exuding her own unique charm. Her figure is much better than Sevas, her waist has become slimmer, her bust has become fuller, and her skin has become more delicate. The biggest change is still the delicate face, especially the lips exuding a faint luster, which always makes people have the urge to kiss. The ice blue long hair is also different from Sevas' green long hair. Even the biggest commonality, snake's tail, makes a big difference. At this time, the snake girl's tail turned into tiny blue crystal-like scales, exuding a unique beauty. After distinguishing for a certain period of time, Mo Yun drew conclusions from the amber eyes, similar face shape, and some other features. The snake girl in front of her was undoubtedly Han Wuxi. Sevas, how did you become like this? Mo Yun asked in surprise. 873 inches Patriarch, after breaking through to become the Son of God, my bloodline has evolved. Serves stretched out her hand and pointed to the side. Mo Yun looked along and found that it was the skin that Serves had shed. Family, I am no longer an ordinary snake human race. I am a frost snake saint. Frost serpent saintess. Mo Yun was taken aback for a moment, and he suddenly remembered what Potter said. Breaking through to the Son of God is accompanied by the process of refining the bloodline, but the evolution of the bloodline is still a matter of small probability. Sevas said softly. Actually, I have a bit of the blood of the frost snake saintess. My Godhead is the frost Godhead, but my bloodline should not be enough to evolve into the frost snake saintess. However, Patriarch, you helped me obtain 2 divinities related to frost. So when I broke through to the Son of God, I felt that my blood was refined. Serves prostrated herself in front of Mo Yun with strong love in her eyes. If there is no Patriarch, Sevas may not be able to become the Son of God for a long time, not to mention, be able to evolve into the noble Razor Saintess bloodline. No matter when, Sevas is the most loyal priest and concubine of the head of the family. Quote. Looking at the beautiful frost snake saintess meandering towards him, if Mo Yun could bear it, then he would not be a man. What Mo Yun never imagined was that Sevas, who had shed her skin and evolved into the frost snake maiden, was once again certified as a virgin, which gave Mo Yun, as her man, a great sense of satisfaction. When Mo Yun and Sevas came out of Huishan Stone's lair, the change of Sevas gave Julie a great shock. Are you, Sevas, Sister Julie, don't you know me already? Sevas said to Julie. After hearing Sevas' voice, Julie was finally sure that the snake girl in front of her was Sevas. Such a change. It's just outrageous. As a god citizen who has worked hard in the wasteland for many years, Julie naturally knows how difficult it is to go from a god citizen to a son of God. At the same time, she also knew that when she became the Son of God, she could get bloodline refinement. However, it is quite rare to obtain bloodline evolution. But Julie knows more than others. She knows that there is actually an inseparable relationship between blood and divinity. It's like Sevas has a trace of the blood of the saintess of the frost serpent, so Sevas can easily grasp the divinity of frost cold. And she herself also possesses an ancient bloodline that allows her to control the power of the storm. After a short battle between heaven and man, Julie finally made a decision. Mo Yun, please give me a chance to become the Son of God. After hearing Julie's words, Mo Yun couldn't help laughing. Julie, didn't you say that you would never give in no matter what? Julie blushed. She was naturally unwilling to succumb to Mo Yun. However, she knows that only Mo Yun can give her divinity. At the same time, only Mo Yun can give her supernatural power. During these days, Mo Yun only practiced with her once, but just that one time gave her a 6-year increase in divine power. She knew that if she didn't seize this opportunity, not to mention revenge on Cao Yun, I am afraid that in the near future, she can only look up to the existence of Mo Yun. At that time, even if she took the initiative to throw herself into her arms again, Mo Yun might not be interested in her anymore. Mo Yun chuckled and said, "Julie, what do you think? Do I help a person who will betray me at any time to become a child of God?" Julie was silent for a moment, then said, "I understand. I am willing to swear to the God of the oath, from today onwards, I will be your most loyal divine partner. No matter when, I will never betray you." Although Julie's oath was somewhat insincere, but Mo Yun felt a strange interest when seeing the lady so clearly unwilling in heart but honest in body. Mo Yun said lightly, "It's not enough." A flash of shame and anger flashed across Julie's face, but she quickly became submissive again. She bit her lip and said, "I understand, I will do my best to satisfy you." Seeing the proud lady lowering her proud head to herself, she swore an oath of surrender to herself. This kind of pleasure is no less than the moment when one obtains 200 years of divine power. The time is still long, and Mo Yun has enough time for Julie to prove her sincerity. Ding! Through the crit system, you and your partner have obtained an additional 107 years of divine power. Another week later, Julie also became a child of God. And she, like Seva's, has undergone bloodline evolution. At this time, Julie has become the bloodline of the Storm Witch. On her skin, there are some ancient and wonderful purple tattoos, which contain wonderful divine power. And Julie's whole temperament has become more noble, her face is more refined, and her expression is more ruthless, just like a Storm Queen. But when facing Mo Yun again, the Storm Queen had to lower her proud head. Mo Yun knew that after this week of practice, the noble Storm Witch had completely transformed into her own shape both physically and mentally. But even so, there was still a hint of stubbornness in the doctor's eyes. And Mo Yun just likes to see Julie's stubbornness, but she has to succumb the most. In just 2 weeks, the Huishan stones that filled a room the size of a basketball court all faded and turned into rubble all over the place. Mo Yun sighed softly. The 4 words of Falu Katie are absolutely correct. Cultivation is indeed the most costly thing. According to Julie, if these Huishan stones are sold, they should be able to sell for a value of 100,000 silver coins. This is almost an accumulation of wealth that the Amen family has not been able to have for decades. But compared to the rewards, it's all worth it. These Huishan stones made Julie's divine power reach 300 years, and Seva's divine power reached 370 years. And Mo Yun's own supernatural power has reached an astonishing 5 to 20 years. But at this time, Mo Yun was caught in a tangle. What he was struggling with. It is the 4th Godhead crystal. The biggest change between the Son of God and the people of the gods is that one more crystal is added to the Godhead, and the number of Godhead crystals has changed from 3 to 4. This also means that Mo Yun can have a new system again. However, when Mo Yun was about to light up this divine crystal, Mo Yun suddenly realized a problem. That is, I don't even know what system I should choose now. In fact, choosing a system is a very particular thing. For example, according to Yate, Mo Yun's system deity has had other owners, and it is not impossible for these people to develop a system in their long lives. But even if there is a system, they will eventually be reduced to dust and fall early. The difference between them and Mo Yun is that Mo Yun guessed how to use the system Godhead from the very beginning. More critical is Mo Yun's choice of system. Because Mo Yun knew from the very beginning that the first selected system must make up for the most fatal shortcoming of the system's Godhead. That's the unabsorbable element. If the elements cannot be absorbed, the Godhead cannot grow, and the Godhead that cannot grow is of course no different from waste. If Mo Yun's first system is not the cultivation system, but the reinforcement system. At this time, I may be lucky to have 3 or 5 divinities, but I am afraid that the divine power will not even exist for a month. Don't talk about getting mixed up to the point where it is now. Even if they can survive in the mining area, I am afraid that there will be a big question mark. Following the training system, Mo Yun chose a system that can quickly improve his strength. Sure enough, the strengthening system did not disappoint him. Then, Mo Yun chose a system that was enough to change his fate. Facts have proved that the critical strike system can indeed change fate against the sky. Let yourself not only become the Son of God with 520 years in less than a few months after coming to the God realm, but even possess an extremely powerful divinity. So at this time, Mo Yun fell into a tangle. All the foundations, methods to improve strength, and the opportunity to change one's life against the sky, as if you already have everything you should have. The fourth system is very important. If you choose the wrong one, it will definitely become a decoration. For example, if you want a chef system, Mo Yun believes that with such a simple system, Godhead can easily satisfy him, but it must be a system that is useless except for cooking. And if you say you want an invincible system, based on Mo Yun's understanding of the system Godhead, it will definitely give itself a system that starts from the basics. For example, if you give yourself a retreat system, and then retreat for trillions of years, you will really be invincible in the world. Mo Yun doesn't think he has the patience to retreat for trillions of years. What's more, no one can guarantee that they can live until tomorrow. By finding a place to hide and retreat, how many years and months can I hide? What Mo Yun wants is always a system that can quickly improve himself. In this way, he can live better, even standing at the pinnacle of the entire God realm. At this time, an idea suddenly appeared in Mo Yun's mind. Mo Yun suddenly realized that it wasn't that he didn't know what system to choose. It's that he doesn't know what he needs most now. Mo Yun's attention suddenly stopped on the drop of golden blood in his heart. Perhaps, the answer lies in this grain of golden blood. Master, have you finished your cultivation? Potter looked at Mo Yun respectfully, except for Elsa, Julie and Sevis, as long as he knew what happened to Mo Yun. The Huishan stone fragments in the owner's house were handed over to him by Elsa. Just when Potter was surprised how Mo Yun used up so many Huishan stones, he met Sevis, who had evolved into the Son of God. Since then, Porter has nothing but endless loyalty and awe to Mo Yun. Mo Yun looked at Potter, thought about it, and immediately asked, Potter, what do you know about divinity? Potter hurriedly said, I have done a lot of research on divinity. But I think you should have a better understanding of divinity than me. Mo Yun was a little disappointed. From Julie, he learned information related to divinity and blood. Bloodline and divinity are directly related. Bloodlines affect the acquisition of divinity, and divinity in turn refines bloodlines. It's no wonder that there are so many blood-only people in the divine world. The bloodline that can have a direct impact on the divinity naturally determines a person's potential, and naturally makes the races divided into ranks, highs and lows. But what Mo Yun wants to know at this time is about the golden blood in his body. Both Julie and Sevilla are people of thin, ancient, precious blood. Because of Mo Yun, they gained divinity, which in turn refined their bloodlines in the process of breaking through to the Son of God. According to this statement, Mo Yun feels that he is the one with the most refined bloodline. The fact seems to be true, and Mo Yun realized at this time that his bloodline does have something special. That drop of golden blood can explain the problem very well. It is very important for Mo Yun to figure out the value of golden blood. Mo Yun changed his mind, and asked Potter again, you were once troubled by divinity, then you should know a lot of people who understand divinity, right? That's true. Potter nodded, do you need anything? Take me to meet them. Okay, but I can only find most of them who usually live in Camp Castro. These people are enough. Potter quickly nodded in agreement, and suddenly said, Master, there is one more thing. The camp meeting at Camp Castro will be held just 3 days later. According to the past practice, our family is represented by Gal, but you, the master, probably haven't attended the camp meeting yet. Camp meeting. Mo Yun's mind moved slightly, as he wanted to enter the family council of the Castro camp. How could he not be interested in the camp meeting? Since we're going to the Castro camp this time, it's a good time to go and see what the camp meeting is all about. Soon, Mo Yun entrusted the family affairs to Julie, Elsa and other family officials, and came to the Castro camp with Porter. 3 days passed by in a flash. During these 3 days, Mo Yun and Porter met several people who had researched on divinity. From them, Mo Yun gained a lot of knowledge about divinity, some useful and some useless. But none of their answers mentioned golden blood. Mo Yun instinctively realized that this drop of golden blood was by no means a simple thing. So he didn't dare to ask these people hastily. This is already the 4th day that Mo Yun has come to Camp Caslow. Porter is taking Mo Yun to a residential area of the camp, looking for an old friend who has a unique insight into divinity. 100. In fact, this is the 3rd time Mo Yun has come to Castro Camp. When he first came here, he didn't have a deep understanding of it. As for the 2nd time, he stayed in the shop the whole time and never came out. But this time, Mo Yun had a real understanding of the Castro Camp. The Castro Camp is divided into 3 areas. The first one is the territory of the Castro family. The Castro Camp is naturally also the stronghold of the Castro family. The other 2 are the free zone with many shops, and the residential area like a slum here. Even if it is a god, it needs a foothold, which is the meaning of the existence of the residential area. Passing through various buildings, Potter stopped in front of a house built underground. Standing in front of the door, Potter used his unique secret language to transmit his voice inside. Then, the door opened, and a young girl's voice sounded out slowly and tiredly. Potter, as I said, I don't want to see you bring someone else to me. However, when the figure in the room saw Mo Yun with Potter, the atmosphere suddenly became tense. The woman whose whole body was hidden under the cloak took out a sickle and said coldly, Potter, you betrayed me. Mo Yun immediately recognized that the person in front of him was the ghost bounty hunter who once attacked him with Potter. At that time, Mo Yun felt that what he cut was not an entity. Now it seems that she is not dead, and she is still standing here. Mo Yun said to her, Don't worry, I'm not here to trouble you, I just want to ask you some questions. The woman naturally did not believe Mo Yun's words. At this time, Potter released his Son of God power, saying, Shadow, Master, and I just want to ask you about divinity, which is also beneficial to you. You call him Master. The girl looked at Potter in surprise, and seemed to be even more surprised. You have become the Son of God. All of this is a gift from the Master, Potter said humbly. The woman in the cloak was extremely surprised. In her memory, Potter was a somewhat narcissistic and arrogant person. Why is he showing such a humble attitude now? Mo Yun said lightly to the woman, If I really want to deal with you, then you must not leave this room alive. Mo Yun then unfolded the divinity of perception and agility. Hanhai listening, the wizard of the wild. After breaking through to become the Son of God, his basic attributes have been greatly improved. For example, Mo Yun's basic perception and agility were originally 1, but after being strengthened 100 times, the basic perception and agility both became 100. But now, after breaking through the Son of God, the base perception and agility are 3. With the same strengthening multiple in divinity, Mo Yun's strength has changed drastically from before. How could you become so strong in such a short period of time? She seemed to have a sudden realization. It must be because you have broken through the relationship with the Son of God, it must be. Mo Yun's becoming stronger is naturally largely due to breaking through the Son of God, but he can't measure it with common sense. But it doesn't matter if the other party misunderstood, Mo Yun can just use this to seduce her. Potter said that you know divinity very well. The reason why you know so much about divinity must be to break through to the Son of God. Then, now, you tell me what you know, and I will share mine tell you. This is a good choice for you and me. But the shadow girl immediately said, I don't believe you. How can you prove that your knowledge is valuable? How do I know that you are not lying to me? After Mo Yun thought for a while, his mind moved. Well, I'll prove it to you. Potter, give me your hidden weapon. Yes, Master. After getting the hidden weapon, Mo Yun immediately threw it towards the wall, and under the precise control of Wukchi Chaoyuan, the flying arrow stuck straight into the wall. Afterwards, Mo Yun asked Porter, How is my press? Master, your vote is naturally very good, but I think there is still a little room for some minor adjustments. Potter retrieved the flying arrow and explained the detailed techniques to Mo Yun. The shadow girl stared at Mo Yun and Potter. She didn't understand what the pair of master and servant wanted to do, and she didn't want to understand. If she hadn't been able to clearly feel that she had been completely locked by Mo Yun's perception. And Mo Yun's agility and strength are also better than her own, so she has no chance of escaping at all, so she naturally won't watch the boring show between Mo Ku and Potter here. But at this moment, she suddenly felt something was wrong. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training, and has obtained 29 times the hidden weapon enhancement. Mo Yun practiced throwing with a flying arrow. Compared with resistance, the elements of martial arts are relatively less affected by the 5 Qi Chaoyuan, but at this time, the speed of strengthening is not slow. It seems to be because Mo Yun originally mastered the relationship of throwing the strengthened blazing spear. Although the method of using the hidden weapon is very different from the throwing spear, after all, the extended throwing is also a throwing method. It can be said that Mo Yun, who has 3 flowers gathering at the top and 5 Qian dynasties, is the easiest to appreciate the differences and changes between the 2 throws, and quickly master the correct method. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training and obtained 23 times the hidden weapon enhancement. Ding! It is detected that the host has undergone special training and has obtained 17 times the hidden weapon enhancement. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the first level divinity, the Lottery of Shadow. When the flying arrow in Mo Yun's hand flew out again, the flying arrow had already become invisible. It was still nailed to the wall, but it was completely out of the scope of the naked eye. It wasn't until the power on the flying arrow disappeared that it reappeared in the vision of the Shadow Girl. Seeing this scene, the Shadow Girl was completely dumbfounded. Could it be that you just obtained a divinity? The Shadow Girl tried her best to suppress the surprise in her tone, but the strong sense of envy and jealousy was still very clear. Potter can understand what happened to the Shadow Girl at this time. When he saw Mo Yun mastering the hidden divinity in a short period of time, it was also the mood of the Shadow Girl. How can someone do this? Mo Yun replied calmly. That's right, I have awakened a divinity. This time, do you believe in the value of the knowledge I possess? It has to be said that after possessing the 3 flowers gathering on the top, 5 Qi Chaoyuan, the ordinary primary divinity, Mo Yun is almost ready for mass production. After hearing Mo Yun's affirmative answer, the Shadow Girl went crazy. No, this is impossible. Although you are already a child of God, you are only a child of God. Unless you have a divine body, it is impossible to master a divine nature so quickly. Mo Yun immediately discovered the knowledge he wanted, and asked, "What did you just say?" Divine body. The Shadow Girl immediately paused for a moment, and said, "I can't tell you my knowledge for nothing." Mo Yun laughed. "Of course. I can tell you that I helped him obtain Potter's divinity. If you are willing to tell me your knowledge, I will also pay you an equivalent reward." Swear in the name of the God of Oath. Of course, I swear in the name of the God of Oath. Mo Yun noticed that the Shadow Girl was talking about the God of the Oath, not the God of the Oath of the Wilderness. This means that this oath will have a stronger binding force, unlike the God of the Wilderness oath who sells breach of contract without integrity for benefits. Of course, the price is that the tribute paid is much more expensive. According to the general rules of the Wilderness, Mo Yun and the Shadow Girl each paid half of the tribute. For Mo Yun, who is now the head of the family, these tributes are nothing. But Mo Yun could see that the action of the Shadow Girl taking out a handful of silver coins was quite painful. However, it also indirectly shows that the Shadow Girl attaches great importance to this oath, and at the same time indirectly proves the value of the knowledge that the girl knows. After making the oath, the Shadow Girl said to Mo Yun, "I'm only talking to you, Potter. Get the hell out of here." Potter touched his nose, and left the room resentfully, leaving only Mo Yun, who almost laughed out loud. He hadn't had such a happy mood in a long time. "Okay, now you can talk." The Shadow Girl stared at Mo Yun and said, "You still have to add an oath. You can't tell anyone about the content of this conversation. Of course, you have to pay for the additional tribute." Mo Yun looked at the calculating Shadow Girl, and smiled slightly. "Then why didn't you say that just now? Don't you know that you need to pay an extra 1/3 of the extra tribute for adding an oath?" "I didn't think of it just now." Speaking of this, the Shadow Girl was obviously a little ashamed, and said, "You will definitely not pay this money for nothing, my knowledge must be worth it." "Okay, I can pay for this additional oath. However, you must also participate in the oath. You can't tell anyone about the content of our conversation this time." "Yes, I promise you." Seeing that the Shadow Girl agreed, Mo Yun was overjoyed. He has always been worried that exposing the golden blood might attract the attention of interested people, but with this oath, he can rest easy. I, Mo Yun, Vina, make an oath to the God of Oath, and never reveal any content of today's secret conversation. If you violate it, you will be punished by the God of Oath. After making the oath, Jae-ku looked curiously at the shadow girl. So your name is Wei Na, isn't it? Huh, I accidentally said my real name just now. Mo Yun couldn't help laughing. The people in the world of gods that he has met so far are all seasoned old fritters. After all, for the gods, the most indispensable thing is time. And time, just can make people mature, sophisticated, and even become insidious, cunning and mercenary. It is really rare to see someone like the shadow girl in front of me. Okay, don't laugh, the shadow girl said angrily, don't waste time. Don't you want to gain my knowledge? Now, tell your questions. Mo Yun hesitated for a while, and decided to ask the basics first. I want to know, what exactly is divinity? Divinity is of course something that can break through to become the Son of God. That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is what is the nature of divinity? This question is exactly what Mo Yun has always wanted to know. It is true that having divinity gives him great power, but Mo Yun himself knows very little about divinity. This feeling of being uncontrollable makes Mo Yun very bitter. The shadow girl looked at Mo Yun and replied, you have asked a very good question, but for the gods, even for the sons of gods, this question is actually too far away. Now you only need to have divinity and know that it is very important. You don't need to know its specific purpose. Well, since you asked, I'll tell you. The shadow girl who was trying to evade the past, when she found Mo Yun's cold gaze as if looking at a corpse, she quickly became honest and replied. In fact, divinity is very simple. All the characteristics of a true god's body should be divinity. That is to say, for a true god, no matter what he encounters or touches, his body can master it or have corresponding resistance in a short time. Each of these abilities can be regarded as a kind of divinity. Mo Yun hurriedly asked, you said before, unless you have a divine body, you can't master a divinity so quickly. Does that mean that as long as you have a divine body, you can immediately master all divinities? Of course, the shadow girl nodded and said, but you have to know that divinity is also divided into high and low. For true gods, the most basic divinity has no value at all. What is really valuable is that they can quickly deal with everything. Divinity. Mo Yun was very excited at this time. For the true God, the most basic elementary divinity is indeed completely worthless. But for gods, sons of gods, demigods, and even half-step true gods, false gods, such abilities are called treasures. Godhead, give me a system that can quickly obtain a Godhead. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the endless devouring system. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the endless devouring system. The host can check his own situation through the system. Check it out now. What the endless devouring system shows to the protagonist is not a template like the cultivation and strengthening system. It is a structural diagram of human physiology. Perhaps, it should be called the physical structure diagram of the divine body. At this time, three main components are marked on this picture of the physical structure of the divine body. Body of God, God's resistance, God's blood. What Wei Na said is correct. Divinity is indeed a characteristic possessed by the divine body, and conversely, the divine body seems to be composed of atheism. And these three components have been lit up to varying degrees. What lights them up is the divinity that Mo Yun possesses now. The body of the god has the power of the mountain, the wizard of the wilderness, the sound of the original sea, and the surge of life. God's resistance includes fire immunity, curse resistance, lightning resistance, frost resistance, etc. As for the blood of God, it is the drop of golden blood that stays in the heart. However, compared to the whole, the degree of lighting does not seem to be much, and even many places are still blank. Even if the places are lit, there are differences such as bright and dim. Mo Yun found that the devouring system also shows the progress of the divine body. Body of God, the current progress is 7%. God's resistance, the current progress is 4%. Blood of God, the current progress is 1%. Is it so low? Mo Yun was a little surprised. He thought that his various basic attributes had reached a very high level, but he didn't expect that even the highest god's body didn't reach 327 to 10%. While Mo Yun was feeling secretly, the shadow girl Wei Na shouted. Look at your appearance. My knowledge must have not let you down. Shouldn't you also fulfill your oath? Mo Yun looked at the girl hidden in the cloak, twitched the corner of his mouth slightly, and said with a smile, I'm afraid that's not all, right? You didn't seem to say the divine body should be divided into main parts, right? Wei Na raised her head in surprise, and said in amazement, how do you know? You obviously just learned about the concept of divine body. My guess. Wei Na does not believe Mo Yun's words 100 times. Although he can indeed guess and deduce the divine body based on the divinity, Mo Yun is so sure that there are 3. It must be because he knows something. Okay, but if your reward doesn't satisfy me, then I must ask the God of the Oath to punish you. The divine body is indeed divided into 3 different components. They are the body, and all the basic attributes are related to the body. The second is resistance. The true God has the ability to resist all invasions. As for the last, Wei Na glanced at Mo Yun, only this, she didn't think Mo Yun could guess it. The last is the blood of God. In fact, the blood of God is the true source of all divinity. Then what is the use of God's blood? Mo Yun immediately asked. Why are you asking this now? You are still far from possessing the blood of God. If you tell me, you can say it. It can be used in many ways. The most basic usage is to strengthen a certain divinity. However, once the blood of God is used, it will take a certain amount of time to recover. Regarding the blood of God, Mo Yun heard a lot from Wei Na. Judging from such detailed knowledge, if Mo Yun guessed correctly, the blood of God may be the most important thing in the body of God. After summarizing all of Wei Na's speeches, Sha Yunju used one word to describe the blood of God. Fuel depot. If the divinity is the flame lit with matches, then the blood of the gods is gasoline. The drop of God's blood in Mo Yun's heart is actually a fuel tank loaded with a drop of God's blood. It can stimulate the divinity in the god's body, but after it is used up, it will become dim. Practice gradually resumed. Mo Yun picked up the hidden weapon arrow and threw it out again. Elementary divinity. Arrow of shadows. This time, Mo Yun used the power of the blood of God according to Wei Na. Concentrate on it, put your spiritual power into the divine blood, and let it merge with the divinity. Mo Yun felt that the shadow arrow in his hand possessed new power, and its strength was more than 10 times stronger than before. This arrow of shadow is no longer an ordinary blow of divinity, but has a power zone that can go straight into the soul and cut off the shadow. The shadow girl who noticed the change of Mo Yun, the small face under the hood has opened her mouth wide. You, do you really have the blood of God? She has the deepest understanding of shadows, the arrow of shadows just now, although it doesn't look much different from before, CHFA. But Wei Na knew that if it hit a living body, it would wake up the opponent's shadow and deal a fatal blow to the owner of the shadow. This is what she has been pursuing, the shadow history. It happened that just after she told Mo Yun about the blood of God, Mo Yun showed the ability to match the blood of God, which made Wei Na not suspicious. Mo Yun smiled lightly, but did not answer Wei Na. Under the maintenance of the oath, it is impossible for Wei Na to tell her secrets to the outside world. I'm very satisfied with your knowledge. Now, it's time to give you an equivalent reward. I can help you realize a divinity, and what kind of divinity you choose. I want the shadow divinity you used just now, Wei Na said quickly. Well, give me your hand. Mo Yun held Wei Na's outstretched little hand. Wei Na's hand was very small, weak and boneless when pinched, it felt very good, and her skin was as white as jade. Mo Yun couldn't help pinching it twice more. Hey, you've probably squeezed enough. Okay, we're officially starting now. Mo Yun took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and moved the 3 flowers to the top and the 5 chi to move to the extreme. Close your eyes and feel the shadows with me. At this time, Wei Na felt that she was completely immersed in the shadows, as if washing sand from a big wave. She seemed to understand the shadows from scratch. But this time, there was a very reliable teacher who taught her well and guided her to find the right path. Wei Na finally saw the answer she had wanted all along. However, at this moment, Mo Yun let go of Min. Why did it suddenly stop? Wei Na is like a kitten with fried hair, staring at Mo Yun eagerly. She has a feeling. Just go one step further. More and more. You can comprehend the shadow divinity you have been longing for by yourself. Mo Yun said calmly, the knowledge you gave me is only worth so much. No, my knowledge is much more than that. Really, do you really think so? Otherwise, Please ask the God of the oath to be just. Mo Yun smiled and said that this knowledge is very important to him, but to others, the value of this knowledge is actually not high. Mo Yun believes that this knowledge is meaningless to the people of God and the Son of God. Otherwise, Wei Na wouldn't be stuck between the people of the gods and the Son of the gods, and would also be troubled by divinity. But for more advanced gods, this is probably a kind of common sense. Such knowledge, Mo Yun does not feel that it can be equal to divinity, even if Mo Yun's divinity is as much as Chinese cabbage. It's like, the entire wealth of a poor person may not be worth 3/10,000ths of that of a rich man. The shadow girl was speechless. It is indeed a whimsical business to exchange a piece of knowledge that is common sense for high-level gods for a divinity. In fact, Mo Yun has brought her to the threshold of divinity, which is more profitable than trading. But, obviously only one step away. Facing the unwilling Wei Na, Mo Yun smiled and said, "As you may not know, I am Mo Yun, the current patriarch of the Amen family. If you are willing to join my family, I can help you go one step further." Wei Na was taken aback for a moment, and then immediately realized that Mo Yun deliberately brought her to stop at the threshold of divinity. Despicable, shameless, shameless, she let out a cute voice like a little girl angrily. Mo Yun's intention is to become a member of the family council of the Cathro camp. And this requires meeting the conditions of the 5 sons of God. Now, the Amen family already has himself, the 4 sons of God, Potter, Julie and Sevis. If possible, Mo Yun actually hopes to train Elsa to be a son of God, but unfortunately, Elsa who has no Godhead is not even a god, let alone a son of God. But this problem is actually not difficult. When Mo Yun is fighting with other families, he can recruit the son of God of the other family, and then treat Julie with one hand a carrot and one hand a big stick 10 o'clock subdue. But those who have been recruited and surrendered always have hidden dangers. If it can be recruited, it must be better to recruit. Mo Yun is very fond of the shadow girl Wei Na in front of her. First of all, she is strong enough. Among the 7 people who attacked him back then, the peacekeeping support was undoubtedly the 2 strongest. After Potter became the son of God, he immediately showed his strength and killed Sam, the head of the Sam family who was trying to escape. Although Potter's ability restrains Sam to a certain extent, it is enough to show that Potter's performance as the son of God is superior. Obviously, there is a big gap between the son of God and the son of God. And a strong man among the gods, after breaking through to become a son of God, will obviously also be a strong man among the sons of God. In addition to being strong enough, Wei also has a strong advantage that Potter cannot match. #BT. She is a woman. Judging from the petite palms and the usually languid but cute voice when angry, Mo Yun thinks that Wei Na under the hood must be a very outstanding beauty. So, what reason does he have for not trying to recruit this powerful and beautiful person under his command? But at this time, Wei Na didn't like Cao Yun's tricks. "You, get out of here." Mo Yun, who was kicked out, and Potter looked at each other, and Mo Yun seemed to see a sentence from Potter's eyes. "You were kicked out too." Mo Yun didn't know whether to laugh or cry, and said, "Today should be the day of the camp meeting, let's go and have a look." As for Wei Na, Yuan Yun was not in a hurry. He had already dropped the bait, and he didn't believe that the fish could hold back and not bite the hook. The camp meeting is located in the Castro family territory in the Castro camp. There is no fixed time for the meeting at Camp Castro. Generally speaking, except for the year-end meeting once a year, the rest of the meetings are often held only when there is a reason to hold them. The general camp affairs are settled by the resident 12 conference families through consultation. In the territory of the Castro family, there is a hall dedicated to conferences, which can accommodate 700 or 800 people. When Mo Yun and Porter came here, representatives of many families had already arrived. After verifying their identities, Mo Yun and Porter walked into the square in front of the hall. There are not many people who are still wearing cloaks here, and everyone has revealed their identities openly. As a result, Mo Yun, who was wearing a linen cloak, stood out from the crowd and became the most conspicuous one among the crowd. Mo Yun looked at Potter's camouflage suit beside him, and said, "Why didn't you remind me that I don't wear a cloak here? Actually, it's my first time here too." Potter is also very innocent, and he does not know the specific situation of the camp council. Moreover, He who is focused and concealed has no need to wear a cloak at all, and has always been dressed like this. Just when Mo Yun was about to change his outfit, a voice sounded. Who did I think it was? It turned out to be the new head of the Amen family. That's right, I'm afraid no other country bumpkin would be in this kind of place, and still wear the cheapest linen cloak. The Amen family is really poor. Mo Yun raised his head and saw a man dressed as an aristocrat looking at himself through his nostrils. Master, it is Ingmar, the head of the Ingmar family. Ingmar family. A sneer appeared on the corner of Mo Yun's mouth, and said, so it's the head of the Ingmar family. There is one thing I just want to tell you, I don't know the traitors who defected from our family. When will you send me back? Ingmar immediately said contemptuously. Just because of you, all the families rank 103, the bottom one, are you worthy of talking to me like this? Amen's dead Amen family is nothing but a joke. At this time, another fat man came out and joined the team who taunted Mo Yun. Potter hurriedly said to Mo Yun again, Master, this is Charles, the deputy head of the Posen family. Mo Yun narrowed his eyes. The Ingmar family, the Pusen family. Then the next one to appear should be the Duke family, right? Sure enough, as Mo Yun had guessed, another tall bear man appeared and made a very piercing laugh. It's the new head of the family, Mo Yun, who brags shamelessly. The Castro family will give him a gift when he succeeds to the new family. As soon as this remark came out, it immediately attracted the attention of many people, and the various families started whispering. I heard that Amen, the head of the Amen family, is dead. It's a pity, he is the strongest god in the Castro camp. If it wasn't for the curse, Amen would definitely become a very powerful son of God. Is this the new patriarch? Hey, he seems to be a son of God. But I feel that Amen is stronger. How did he become the new patriarch? Among all the discussions, only the dialogue between Ingmar and Charles is the most harsh and sharp. 0. Joke, the Castro family will give him a gift. Yeah, this is simply the funniest joke I've ever heard. People from the Amen family can't brag about it to their new patriarch, can they? If the Castro family finds out, I'm afraid they won't spare him lightly. You probably don't know yet, but the Amen family was about to be wiped out by the Sam family. If the Sam family had already dissatisfied the Castro family, and found a reason to destroy at this time, the Amen family no longer exists. It's not enough for the Amen family to pick up such a big bargain, but they still want to continue to take advantage of the reputation of the Castro family. It's simply greedy. Don't know what to do. At this moment, a voice suddenly came to mind. People from the Castro family are here. The representatives of all the families suddenly fell silent, and all eyes focused on Mo Yun. Especially the three families of Sam, Ingmar and Posen. Tien Fen gloated and looked forward to Mo Yun's bad luck. Walking over was a young man with short brown hair from the Castro family. He looked around the crowd, and his eyes stayed on Mo Yun. The families immediately understood that they were here to settle accounts with Mo Yun. The Amen family is too ridiculous. They don't want to think about what kind of existence the Castro family is. Its reputation is also something that the Amen family, which has fallen to the last place in the family ranking, can take advantage of. At this time, the brown-haired youth has come to Mo Yun. Hello, don't you know me? We met last time. The brown-haired young man said with a smile, the Huishan ore was sent to you by myself. All the families were dumbfounded. Not only did the Castro family not have any trouble finding Mo Yun. He even said something like, send Huishan ore. The gift-giving thing is actually true. At the same time, after Mo Yun heard the voice, he immediately recognized the other party's identity. The person in front of him was the one who was left to deal with the Sam family among the 7 cloaks at that time. Mo Yun has a deep impression on him, because he is the one who jokes about Mo Yun's overreaching and ambition. Judging from his current attitude, he was probably just joking at the time. Although Mo Yun holds grudges very much, he is not a person who just cares. Mo Yun feels that he can completely forgive the other party's jokes now, as long as he can give corresponding returns. For this reward, Mo Yun doesn't need him to deliver the goods to his door anymore. Yun plans to get it himself. Crack. 780. Mo Yun stretched out his hand and patted the shoulder of the brunette-haired young man. This slap directly stunned the brunette-haired young man. Afterwards, Mo Yun moved closer to his ear and said, Of course I remember you. But I don't know your name yet. Gunnar, my name is Gunnar. Gunnar looked at Mo Yun rather surprised. Although he was at the end of the 7 sons of God who appeared in Sam's family at the time. But after all, he is also the son of God, the middle-level cadre of the Castro family. But for ordinary families, even a random cadre of the Castro family is an object that needs to be respected. Why is this guy so small? Mo Yun smiled and said, this is the first time I have come to the camp meeting, and I am not very familiar with it. Can you take me to familiarize myself with it and explain the general rules to me? Jenner looked at Mo Yun in surprise. He was no longer familiar with him, and he even felt that Mo Yun was more like the host than himself. However, he was originally curious about Mo Yun and planned to get acquainted with Mo Yun. At this time, I don't mind being a guide for Mo Yun. Okay, for the sake of your first visit, I'll let you get acquainted with this place. At this moment, Mo Yun suddenly said, oh, right. I still have a few words to say to my friend, please wait a moment. Afterwards, Mo Yun swaggered to the door of the representatives of the 3 Ingmar families, and said with a sneer. Send me the traitor obediently. Otherwise, after half a month, I will never show mercy to you guys. Ingmar, the head of the Ingmar family, Duke, the head of the Duke family, and Charles, the deputy head of the Poussin family, stared at Mo Yun fiercely, but they didn't even dare to say a word of rebuttal. The 3 of them looked like desperate but helpless clowns. Okay, Gunnar, you can take me to familiarize myself with the surroundings now. Seeing Mo Yun walk away, the surrounding quickly discussed. Who is the head of the Amin family? Looking at his appearance, he shouldn't be from the Castro family, right? It's not impossible. Since the Castro camp is a family parliamentary system, the Castro family will naturally find some means to stabilize their rule. Among the 103 families, there are many close associates of the Castro family. The core members and even the heads of some of their families had experience as members of the Castro family. Ingmar, Duke and Charles looked at each other. If Mo Yun was released by the Castro family to take over the Amin family, then they really dare not treat Mo Yun like this. In the 1/3 acre land of the Castro camp, there are families who can wrestle with the Castro family, but they are definitely not the 3 middle-ranked or even lower-ranked families. At this time, the 3 of them could only vent their dissatisfaction with extremely low voices. Nausea. The dog fights the power. Look at how successful he is. After following Jenner to familiarize himself with the surrounding environment, the 3 of them returned to the conference hall. Jenner took out 2 masks, handed them to Mo Yun and Porter, and said, according to the rules, everyone must wear masks when participating in the meeting. You don't know when you come here for the first time. So you can use the mask we prepared. Quote, in the future, if you have a mask you like, you can also bring it over. Mo Yun asked curiously, why is there such a rule? There are many reasons, but the biggest reason is to prevent the disorderly people from mixing among us. The discord. Mo Yun naturally knows what the disorder refers to. The disorder refers to the real Lone Rangers in the wasteland. The anti-human Godhead makes these people not abide by any rules, and at the same time they become the natural enemy of all orderers. Mo Yun suddenly understood why wearing a mask can protect against the discord. Because wearing a mask to participate in the parliament itself is a very simple rule. And disorderly, do not follow any rules. After putting on the mask, Mo Yun and Porter followed Jenner into the conference hall, and numbers were written on the back of the seats in the hall. Mo Yun quickly found the number 103, and there was only 1 seat in total. Different numbers can have different seats. Mo Yun saw that around 70 people can have 2 seats. Around 40 can have 3 seats. As for the 12 parliamentary families, the seats they have are independent, with only 5 seats at the bottom. As for the Castro family, there are a full 40 seats. Mo Yun immediately understood the nature of the conference hall. It was clearly the house on Blue Mercury. And each family, according to their own ranking, has a different number of members. The only difference is that the standing councillors on Blue Mercury are elected, but here, they are all done by typing. Gunnar seemed to have his own seat, but he seemed more interested in Mo Yun, so he stood behind Mo Yun with Porter. The camp meeting begins. Mo Yun heard the voice of the leader of the cloaked man again. He looked into the distance and saw that the other party was already hiding under the cloak, but the hood was no longer a cloud of mist, but a butterfly mask. Seeing the bright red lips exuding a coquettish red light, Mo Yun can at least know that she is a woman at this time. Everyone, first let us welcome the new patriarch of the Amen family. Starting today, he will replace Amen and become the new member of the Castro Camp family. Ranked 103rd. You have to stand up now, Jenner reminded aloud. After Mo Yun stood up, he felt countless eyes looking at him, as well as completely unstoppable laughter. The laughter was mainly concentrated in the top-ranked families, and the families in the middle and lower ranks felt very baffled just like Mo Yun at this time. Am I that funny? Mo Yun asked Gunner. It's because they know about you, Jenner said jokingly. My business. Mo Yun immediately felt vigilant. Even if you were ranked 103rd, you dare to ask Patriarch Castro about joining the family council. Mo Yun breathed a sigh of relief at first, and then couldn't help but rolled his eyes. It took a long time. These people are laughing at me. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.